I think you have to hand crank the prompt.
Get out and kickstart it.
Just message you, Mike. I don't know if you've got it.
Don't know. I don't know how to get it. To be quite honest, on this damn stupid thing.
You go at top. I think there's. So what I did on you, I right-clicked on your name, and it comes up a list and sent a message. This message. Okay. So I just sent a message, but a friend request.
I can't see anything.
Do you charge for friend requests? Yeah, $5 a pop.
No, not to you, mate. I don't know how to do this. I don't know anything about Discord. You know that, don't you? All I know
analog soul in the digital world, Mike, isn't
it? I'm not too bad with that. It's just I've never been on this Discord thing before. Only to do these flights. No, I never got any message, Mike. I don't think.
No,
I'll click on your name
because I'm waiting for your friend request to be accepted.
Oh, I see.
Possibly.
Okay.
So if you go, no, I don't know how to do it now.
Hang on. There's something pops up with a 1 on it. Mike Donovan accept. There you go.
Got it.
See? Did you get it?
I'm just going to go back.
I've got you. I'll put mine in.
There we go. We're two-way, mate. Oh, I could be a naval communicator.
There you are. See if you get that one.
See you typing. There it is. Got you, buddy.
Excellent. I better make a note of that before I lose you, because I don't know.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, looks like. Yeah, that's me there. I'm just waiting. Looks like they're going there. We're taking off there. I'm just waiting. Wait till they move. Yeah, talking to him. He said, "Yeah, that's good. It's good to hear your voice." Yeah, it's about slightly going. He's coming back. We might be going out here, see?
Is Kenny here this week?
I don't think he's turned up yet.
Yeah, there's one's here.
Oh.
He's going to follow his chips.
Oh, yeah.
How's the time? Oh, it's 8 o'clock, guys. We could probably get going.
Ready to go.
Yep. Let's do it.
Okie
dokie.
Have a good one, Jen. I'll see you in a bit. Don't have all the fun. Save some for me.
Oh, then, Mike, you're coming back later, then, Mike.
Yeah. It'll only be about 20 minutes. We just have a weekly meeting and catch up, and on Skype. So I'll be jumping in as soon as that's finished.
Okay, cheers, buddy. See you later.
Reminder.
Okay, cheers, mate. See you later.
See you in a bit, mate.
So much talking, we've forgotten how to fly. Oh, somebody's eating crisps again.
There we go. Chips are on.
Chips are on.
It's normally Ken that's giving us the food sounds.
Not me. I'm not eating chips. No way.
He says with a mouthful.
Okay. Well, my mate next to me is moving, so I'll be able to make a move. He was moving.
That's probably me, was it? How's that?
Yep, you're moving. Great. Excellent.
And taking a long way around to runway 16. Yeah, it's November Zulu, November Romeo.
Now supposedly there's no wind, so it probably doesn't matter which runway you take off from. Although I can see the winds are favouring 2-1 anyway. Real time weather, real world weather.
Right. Did you say 2-1? There isn't a
2-1,
is there?
Yeah, that's what you guys have just sort of wandered up.
Okay. Am I being silly here? Let's have a look.
West USA.
West USA. So we're going to start rolling. Who's going to fire a gun?
Yep. Oh, bang! It's gone. There you go.
Okay,
little nav map said this is runway 16.
Yeah, it's 16 I'm on.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm on 2-5, even though it said 2-1 back on the threshold there, where I just. All
right. Okay.
Yeah, weird. Anyway. Hopefully I'll reach speed soon because I'm running out of runway. It's turned into a dirt runway now. Here we go.
It's just a problem when the runway turns into a shopping center.
So I'm airborne, guys. So follow suit. Oh, guys, just a bit of just a bit of a heads up about next week's event.
Oh yeah.
Next week's event is breathtaking. So I'm just letting you know. We'll be in Iceland.
Whoa.
Cool, Reykjavik.
And I tell you what, I couldn't believe it. I was gobsmacked. The scenery is to die for. So look forward to next week. Iceland.
There's a couple of updates. There's a couple of firmware updates for Iceland.
Iceland.
Right.
Have a look at TO for updates on that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. Do you actually fly all these routes, do you, Paul? Before you put them on?
Oh, hell yeah. Geez, I've got to make sure that they're acceptable to the high standards that you guys demand.
I tell you what, just a footnote, I had an interesting one yesterday and today. As soon as I'm flying the TBM with the working title mod and the latest mods. As soon as I put the flight plan in, it kills it completely. I don't know whether it's something to do with the fact that it was in the southern hemisphere, the longitude in the southern hemisphere. I don't know, but it just kills it completely. I'm having to fly without flight plan in the sim.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I had just reading through the forum posts. I have seen a variety of problems that people are experiencing, and one of them is that when they put the flight plan in, it crashes the sim.
Yeah, well, it only seems to do it for in the southern hemisphere, and the flight plan works fine. It's brilliant in navmap. It's not a problem. But as I say, as soon as I put it into the sim, it just kills it completely.
Yeah, that just happened to me. I've had to reboot. I put the flight plan import that you loaded up, put it in, and it just crashed. I'm just rebooting it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. What happens is you get instead of getting a pointer on the screen, for the cursor, you get a hand as though you're touching a button, and it just sits there forever. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that's all. I had to just shut it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You may find.
Go on.
So you may find that you might have to go to another. Try going to an airport in the Northern Hemisphere first, and then going back to where you were without putting a flight plan in. That's what I had to do.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'll try that.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well, I reside in the southern hemisphere anyway, and all my flights have been fine, so I haven't been plagued with that problem.
No.
You can't fly over longitude.
The first time it happened to me.
Yeah, you have to fly over latitude.
Yeah. I've also, well, obviously, as a result of doing these tests, particularly the Iceland one, I have no problems using that one either. So I've been fortunate.
I meant the latitude, guys, not the longitude. It's I think it's the fact it's going to the southern hemisphere in the latitude that's the problem.
Did anybody see the YouTube clip that came out? I can't remember the guy, but basically he said he had a fix for the stuttering that so many people are having, and it was all to do with when the update went through. They made a change to the executable that left it in a state where normally you have to go in and turn off under the Windows compatibility. There was an option to do with full screen optimization or something or other, and there was another option on the next tab that also had to be disabled or had to be enabled as well. So there are two options that had to be enabled, and basically he's telling people to make these changes. And I tried them out earlier today and tested the sim afterwards, and everything was silky smooth. So and other people have responded in a similar fashion. So something to think about if you're having a stuttery experience as a result of the last DIMS 3 update.
Yeah, if you have that link, be interested.
They're the same ones that we were told to turn off, weren't they?
Turn off. Well, he's actually checking them in there. So they were disabled, and he was stating to check them. Right. So you're saying that earlier we were told to turn those off?
Yeah, that's in the game mode. Those.
No, not game mode. It's nothing to do with game mode. This is the executable, the actual flight simulator executable. The properties of the executable and the compatibility mode, and there's two things there, which he said previously they were disabled, or they were enabled rather, and as a result of this recent update, they've been disabled. So you have to re-invoke them. But he says that it's not only Flight Simulator, it's a lot of the other sims as well that have been impacted in the same way. These particular options will improve the situation where you have a lot of stuttering. That's all.
Okay, was that mainly to do with VR, Paul, or was it?
No, just the sim in general. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm in VR at the moment, and it's completely stutter-free. But then, my machine may have some bearing on that as well. So, but
you've got a brand new different machine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't experiencing a lot of stuttering anyway, but I made those changes and then went in and tested, and everything was quite smooth. So.
Do you have the guy's name or a YouTube name?
Yeah, I know. I tell you what, I've got it on my phone. Let me just look it up, because I saved it because I knew somebody's going to need to know what that is, and I'll tell you what it is. Just a sec.
I've already done a touch and go at this tasting, so I'm doing a right hand of it. I think I got in front of you guys.
Someone's drinking.
I couldn't resist. It's my cup of tea. If you can't hear the chips, at least you can hear the cup of tea.
Oh, we can hear the chips, all right. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, guys.
No.
It's called Microsoft Flight Simulator Stuttering from Last Update Fixed, and it was by Overkill. So Overkill is the name of the person, And yeah, if you just look up his videos, it's the last one he released, and he actually demonstrates what he's explains what he's trying to achieve with a change, and also describes how to go about making it. Okay.
Yeah, he's good, that guy. I've subscribed to him. He does some really good videos, and he does. He does. Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Sure.
Very good.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
No worries.
Where are you now, Paul?
Guessing Paul's about 10 miles south of Hastings.
Okay. Yeah, I got to Hastings, I think, before everybody else, so I just did a right-hand orbit, but I'll get back on track now and speed up, catch you guys up.
According to the list, Hastings wasn't a touch and go.
No, well, I did it anyway.
Actually, this is something that's just happened on my sim. It happened earlier tonight when I was testing it, and I sort of dismissed it because it came good again. But basically, when you open the VFR map and you drag it to a location in your cockpit for easy view, the whole thing just freezes for a period of time. Now it's back again. See, it's just come back now. So it's I don't know. It's never done that before. It only did it for the first time tonight when I was testing earlier. But has anybody experienced that?
2 minutes ago.
You had it too, did you?
Yeah, I just wanted to start up the VFR map, and everything was frozen, and
Yep, that's right.
I killed the simulator via Task Manager because I wanted to fly with you.
Yeah, well, look, you only have to wait a few, not even a minute. It took the time for me to just chat with you guys and tell you about it, and then it came good. So, but it's something that hasn't happened in the past. You know, it's just something that's only happened. I've seen for the first time tonight. So interesting. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that.
I wonder what's causing that.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean everything else is working right now. It's all good, and if I close it down, I can open it up again without any problems. But and I can move it around the cockpit without any problems. It's just the initial opening it up and then repositioning it that sets this situation off. But anyway, yeah.
Hey, did anybody download that new CRJ by AeroWorks or Aero?
Yeah, I've had a go at it. Not really impressed with it.
Yeah, I downloaded it as well. I'm not a real pilot to that level, but yeah, I don't know. I'm undecided yet.
One thing that really beat me off is you can't set an altitude in it. The only altitude readout's on the multifunction display, and I've got a 65-inch screen and it's so small I can't read it. And there's nowhere else you can set the altitude, so you're flying around, you got no idea what height you're going to or you're cruising at.
Yeah, I've had to make that pop-out screen a bit bigger so I can see it.
Yeah, you'd have to pop the screen out. It's the only way you do it.
I don't think any of those screens pop out.
Don't they?
They do if you push the right Alt or right control button while you're holding it over. It turns into a magnifying glass and it'll pop out.
Does it? Okay. Yeah, you'd have to pop it out to see it on a side screen. And that's all a nuisance, you know. You don't really want to fly with popped out screens around the place.
No, you can do it even to probably the aircraft you're flying now. If you hold your mouse cursor over the middle of the screen and push the right control button, it should turn into a magnifying glass and you can make it pop out.
Thanks for the tip. And other than that, I just found the CRJ not that user-friendly. I found the mode control panel difficult to use. It didn't want to capture altitudes. The vertical speed was hard to use. It's just a bit annoying, you know.
I've watched several videos by people, sort of presenting it,
Yeah.
And apparently ILS approaches are a real problem with it, there are a number of other small bugs in there that they weren't all that happy about, but they felt the systems depth was really good in it, but I mean ILSs are pretty damned important, aren't they? So
yeah, I tried an ILS and it didn't have a localizer capture feature. It only had the approach button, and I pressed the approach and it didn't capture for me, and I couldn't even see the bars come up. So I don't know. I gave it away.
Yeah. And also it had a tendency to dive for the ground under some circumstances as well. So there are a number of problems, but you know, I mean, potentially these will all get sorted out.
Get sorted out. Yeah. Anyway, there's better aeroplanes to fly out there, I think.
Yeah.
I think the A320 and some of the default aeroplanes with mods are actually better now.
Well, that's CJ4. I've now got my Navigraph maps incorporated into it, so that I can bring up approaches, and I can bring up taxi diagrams of airports on the MFD while I'm in the plane, and it's fabulous. I can sort of they're all geo-referenced, so you can see your plane as it's moving through those particular charts. So it's just great. I love it.
Yeah, that CJ4 is probably one of my favourite.
Yeah, love it. It's really good.
I do that with AV tab.
Oh well, this is actually they've put a mod in it so that you can actually have it in the PFD. You can bring the chart up. You can pick the chart you want to look at, bring it up, and it actually, when you put the flight plan in, it knows exactly what charts that you potentially want to use, and you can actually bring them up and look at them in the MFD. It's great.
I know some people were not crazy about the price of the CRJ.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
it's expensive, $75. You expect something top notch for that sort of money, and it's just not top notch. It's just not there. You know?
Hey, I'm just watching all you guys landing sort of downwind.
No, my windsock's just across the strip.
Oh right, because I'm watching my the wind direction here. It's 9 knots, but it's from the opposite direction to what you guys are landing, which is odd.
Where are you landing at?
Actually, g'day Ken. Welcome. Actually, maybe I'm not seeing the airport yet. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I'm just watching all these planes getting close to the ground. Well, they're on the ground actually, but it's contrary to. Oh yeah, no, that's all right. Yep.
I haven't seen an airport yet.
The little map's showing 2 knots.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. It's a really tiny airport, isn't it? It's just like a dirt strip or something. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it now. Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It looked like you were all sort of downwind, but it was just, you must have been on the approach. It must have just looked that way. It's all good now. Yep, it's all good.
On that wind coming from the south.
You guys know what you're doing. I'll shut up.
Isn't this the Downwind Flying Club?
Go faster.
I just crashed.
Just I'll tell you what, a lot of people are having problems with this since Sim Update 3. You'll read the forums. It's quite amazing. I'm surprised. I'll be surprised if they didn't put some sort of a patch out pretty quick.
I know. The game didn't crash. I crashed into the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't do much about that.
We'll put that down to the pilot area.
Well, I was distracted.
It's got the gravity bug.
I managed to get in my basket RTX 3090 Founders Edition, and I've just bought it at list price.
Oh, very good. What's list price? What's list price?
£1,400.
Oh, very nice.
I don't have to pay for it yet.
That's still a lot. I'm reading in around the place that they're really restricting the building of the 3080 so they can push the 3090, which is pretty nasty, isn't it?
Yeah, I had stocking for my throps, a load of 3090s the other day. Something like 1,600 pounds.
Whoa. Yeah, they're holding back the 3080s. They will not produce them because they're still selling 3090s, and they're happy to sell those.
That's
so that
wrong.
stinks a bit.
I've got a 3070, and I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, they've released the 3070, but they're holding back the 3080 because it's basically the same chip as the 3090, and they're actually, saving the 3080 chips and turn them into 3090s because they can pick up an extra $1,000. So we may not see 3080s for a long time yet.
Well, weren't they going to bring out a 3080 Ti?
Yeah, well, they can't even bring out a 3080 at the moment, so 3080 Ti is going to be a long way away. Yeah, the 3080 was supposed to be here late February. Well, that's a joke.
And they reckon the prices are through the roof too.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, from what I can see, they're just milking the market for all they can get, Yeah.
We did well buying when we did, mate, I reckon.
Yep.
Well, God knows when you'll ever get a 3080.
Anyone got hold of the AMD high-end ones?
They're pretty hard to get too.
Yeah, I've been looking out for them.
Well, I was happy to sell my 2080 Ti for $1,300, so that was good.
You did very well on that, very well.
Yep. Certainly paid for my G2.
Yeah, that's all I've got in mind is a 2080 Ti.
And actually, my old processor with a 2080 Ti, I was very happy with, but my darling wife suggested that I could upgrade my machine, so I wasn't going to sort of say, oh.
Well, I had a look at that little nav map.
Yep.
I can't really see any difference in me maps at the moment. Is there any particular maps I've got to download to it?
Oh no. It's really just like another reference point, which is probably more informative than the VFR map that the simulator gives you. There's more information on it. And when it comes to even creating a flight plan, see, I create my flight plans in little nav map, and I've got all sorts of flexibility with working out, points of interest that I want you guys to see, all that sort of stuff. I can put it all together in there, and then I can save that, and then I can write it out as a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 type file, and then you guys can load that into your sim, and away you go. But the little nav map is it's just a great place where you can see where you're flying, you can see where you're flying to, you can point your mouse to any of those waypoints, and if they're airports, it'll tell you things like the weather, it'll tell you the elevation of the airport, all that sort of information. There's just a wealth of information in there, and because it's constantly being updated, I'm hoping in the very near distant future we'll start to see it being almost like a TCAS system where it'll identify other flyers as it currently does now in environments like FlightSim. It gives you all the information about other people you're flying with, and what their height is, which way they're going, what their speed is, all that sort of stuff. It's all available. So I mean, we're just waiting for the developer to put that in for people that are flying online in this sort of situation.
Yeah, well, I had no problem with it transferring the flight plan or anything, but I didn't know if I had to download any maps for it.
No, it's not necessary, no.
Yeah.
The editing function, we've been able to edit the flight plan actually in the map is useful as well, isn't it, Paul?
It is, definitely. Yeah, excellent.
I did, you say you got a subscription to Navigraph, so have I. I did a survey yesterday for Navigraph that where they're going to produce a VFR suite. So I guess it'll be similar to Little Nav Map, but more of akin to something like Sky Demon or other sort of professional packages. If they do what they say they're going to do, it sounds quite good.
I've got a feeling if you're in the States, they've got really good VFR maps for that. But the rest of the world, it's just the standard road map type stuff that we see.
Yeah, sure.
That'd be mostly like US sectionals?
Yeah. Yep.
If you run a program called Join FS, is anybody familiar with that? It's a freeware program called Join FS, one word. If you run that, you can see all the other players in a little nav map. You see everybody in there.
Oh, right.
Hey, just for everybody coming up to this, or running alongside this group of hills, this is known as the Wairarap Fault. It's about 80 kilometres. It last had a significant movement in 1855, where the fault moved vertically something like 10 to 15 metres, depending on where you are. And this edge of the fault that we're sort of mostly flying along, or most of us are, is almost straight. It's very, very well defined.
Right.
No, thank you for that. We like little comments like that along the way, for those that can provide.
Well, we're coming up on my camping ground, so...
Good on you.
I did a little bit of research this afternoon.
Oh, thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Cheers. So on the right-hand side we have the Australian plate, essentially. And on the left-hand side we have the Pacific plate.
Yeah.
Are they moving away from each other or just sliding past each other?
They're doing a little bit of both. In this area it's mostly vertical.
Right.
So the Pacific plate is going over the top of the Australian plate and lifting up.
Right.
The fault line has actually can actually be traced right down across and into the South Island, this particular one. But later on we'll come across some others.
Oh, let us know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, if anybody, when we're flying, has any local information that they wish to share, please feel free, because it just makes it that much more interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
And guys, after we do Iceland, and there might be two weeks of Iceland, because I sort of worked my way. I thought I'd be able to do the whole thing in one go, but you get halfway around Iceland, and then that's far enough. And then I've looked at the other half, and that's almost as good. The first half is the best, but the second half isn't bad. So we might do 2 weeks of Iceland, and then after that we're going to do the what's it called again? Adriatic coast. How's that sound?
Okay.
Sounds good. Where are we doing a full stop, Paul?
Geez, did I? Oh yeah, Wellington.
Yep.
Wellington. Yeah. Geez, for a second there, I thought maybe I'd forgotten to work that out, but yeah, that's good.
On the Iceland, out of interest, the update you can get from TO has got on the southern section. There's a crashed plane on the coast.
Oh yeah.
It's a DC-3 or something like that. You can land next to it. See the wreckage. It's all been put in.
Okay.
Quite good. I'll let you find that.
Yeah.
Just waiting for this airport to appear.
Comes up as a point of interest.
I didn't want to sort of make it too difficult for people by suggesting they need to, download things. Some people aren't comfortable doing that sort of stuff. So I've kept it pretty generic. But look, the scenery is really breathtaking. It's I was quite blown away with just how good it was. So I think you guys will be quite impressed. It might be the best scenery we've seen to date. It just it's that good.
Glaciers, you try landing on the glaciers. That's fun.
is, Paul, I was a little surprised with your tour of New Zealand. You sort of, if you were after mountainous scenery, you missed out the best part.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, what can we do? And I thought maybe a bit of a sharing across the north and the south. So I sort of, Napier's a pretty spot, and I just thought I'd head down to Wellington, and then we'll do the cross to the. Okay, right. Well, we've done. I don't know whether you've done some of our earlier, because we've already done some stuff in New Zealand. We did some stuff from Queenstown to what's it called? Help me out, guys. Those Milford Sound. Milford Sound. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So that was quite a scenic trip. Yeah. But by all means, if there's any particular areas anywhere for that matter, feel free to just drop me a line, give me some tips, and I'll check them out and incorporate them into future flights. So, yeah, not a problem there.
For those of you flying with the little nav map, over on our right-hand side is Ohakea, which is a military-only airfield. They get very, very grumpy if non-military people want to land there. And about once every 15 years, they'll organise a thing with the flying clubs, and every man and his dog gets to fly in for one day.
Chief, will you go by the name of is it Cinnamon Mink?
Cinnamon Ink.
Cinnamon Ink. I'm just above you. Looks like you're about to fly into the mountains there. I had to
yeah, I'm pretty close. But I've got lots of clearance. It's all good.
Yeah, I'm just above you.
Have some of you guys gone past Palmerston and not doing a touch and go there, or?
No, did a touch and go.
I'm still on my way. What have I got? I've got 12 miles to run.
Okay, I'm on a final. On about a 3-mile final, Palmerston.
Tas 1 seems to have gone a long way ahead.
Yeah, Tas 1's screaming up there. What do you got, turbo mode or something, Ken?
Just using the Mooney. What am I doing? About 185 knots.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Well, I'm doing 173 in the Caravan.
Did you do a touch and go at Palmerston, Ken?
No, I didn't. I wasn't sure if it was a touch and go or not, and I couldn't see anyone. I thought I must be miles behind, so I thought.
No, you actually.
Well, you didn't read the instructions, Ken.
No, I never read instructions.
Yeah.
Ken never reads instructions.
That's only in case all else fails. Real men don't read the instructions, mate. Come on.
Yeah. Well, Aladdin is just he's doing a very fast touch and go, just went in front of me there.
Yeah, I can't get my wheels down, so I don't know what's going on here.
Mate, I'm a master at putting the IKEA stuff together without instructions.
Oh, I had a nightmare with that this week.
Creative looking furniture.
Everything ends up looking like a spice rack, but still.
I was going to say that table turned into be a couch.
Yeah.
I had a desk I had to build it. It came apart 3 times before I got it right.
I remember when you used to be able to buy some furniture, and when you unpacked it, you could recognise it. You know? Now, you open up the box and there's a half a log there and a instruction to how to mill it and.
Remember, I work in the forestry, or associated with the forestry industry, and after COVID initially hit and everybody went down on toilet paper. Somebody had a cartoon of a log of wood with the price on it, you know, $50 for this log of wood. Some assembly required.
Yeah, that's what it's getting to. Some of the stuff you get though, the diagrams are just deplorable, and you really are left on your own. You go, shit, you know, here we go.
I could have sworn there was a bit missing, so I had to make a new bit, and in the end I didn't need it.
I usually get concerned when I have 4 parts left over and I thought it was done.
What are these screws for?
Yeah.
No,
I get concerned if I don't have 4 parts left over.
It's a bit worrying when you do that and you've got a ship's missile system and you've got some parts left over. That's a bit worrying.
There's many a project I've built, unbuilt, and then rebuilt.
Yeah.
If at first you don't succeed, pull the bloody thing apart and start again, you know?
Try building classic cars and take it apart, and a year, 2 years later you try to put it back together again.
Yeah, you can't
Cannot remember where it went.
Is there anyone here that didn't try to pull apart an alarm clock when he was a kid?
Oh dear.
Guilty.
That rings a bell.
Yes, good one. I could never get them back together.
Oh, that's no fun in
Once
that.
that bloody spring sprung, that was it.
Good job my wife's not here. She'll tell you when we first got married an alarm clock woke me up and I threw it against the wall and smashed it to pieces. She loves telling people that story.
Okay, seeing as I seem to be a reasonable distance ahead of everybody, I'm going to stop at Fox Pine rather than a touch and
Fox
go.
Pine should be a nice little strip. It's been improved. It's in the middle of a pine plantation, pretty narrow.
Yep.
If I remember.
Right next to a horse race course. You can see a large oval just before it. If you're landing on runway 25.
So did you say that was at Pine Park you're going to stop?
Fox Pine. No, yeah, just so that everybody else can catch up.
And there's another little strip about half a mile away called NZKF, Kaipara Flats. It's just to the eastern side, I suppose. Western side.
Thank you. Thanks. My wife's just brought me tea. Cake. Lovely.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. Say hello to the guys.
Hello, everybody.
G'day, g'day.
You're all saying good night. You can't hear them.
I'll have a cup of tea, please.
And a piece of that cake.
Okay, coming up.
You can just pour it down the microphone.
Crackle.
Right, as you come into Fox Pine, I will be judging with touch and goes and giving points out of 10.
Okay, I'm coming. I might do a full stop as I think I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm going to do a full stop. We're well out in front. We've got plenty of time.
Where are you doing a full stop?
Fox Pine. Fox Pine, I'm going to do a full stop there. Then I'm going to fly over to Kaipara Flats and have a full stop there too.
Not a Taki.
No,
Pecking.
And there's another strip. There's actually 3 strips there altogether. Another one called NZFP. Well, is that's probably Foxpine, yeah.
Yep.
Navmap, I think. Navmap, I'm going to come in on 27. Navmaps calls it Pine Park.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, November Zulu Foxtrot. I've got the right one.
Yep, that's the right code. Wrong name.
I have it on Little Nav map as Fox Pine Aerodrome.
Foxpine. Yeah, Foxpine it's called. Yep. I can see it down there.
Oh, it's interesting because on mine it doesn't say that at all. It says Pine Park.
You are in New Zealand.
I hope so.
Leaden doing a tight spiral.
Yep, tight turn in here if I can line up with it. Somewhere here. Ah, there it is. Now who wants to come over to Kaipara Flats for a quick duck over and land? It's only a mile away. Anybody want to come?
I'm still
I'm already down at Paramu.
Oh, that's a long way ahead of us.
You're at the next one, Ken. God, you're going like a maniac today, mate.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
It is a group flight, Ken. Group means you should really fly with the rest of the group.
I should. That's a good idea.
That's 30 miles ahead, Ken. 30 miles away. I've never seen you go so fast.
Wheels, Mike. Well, for your info, according to the New Zealand Civil Aviation Authority, it is Foxpine Aerodrome.
Yeah, it's Foxpine, alright. Foxpine Aerodrome. I'm just done a duck over here and have a look at this little Kaipara Flats, which is only just hop, step and a jump across there.
That NZKP?
Yep. NZKF actually.
Oh, KF.
KF.
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it? It's there. If you zoom in on a little nav map, you know, if you select the open street map, you'll see the actual little airport there. It's a strip.
So that's on the left as you're heading towards Foxtrot Papa, right?
No, it's to the right. It's between there and the coast, halfway between there and the coast.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see some people on the ground at a different airport, which certainly isn't on VFR map. On my left, as I'm heading towards Foxtrot Papa. There must be another strip out there somewhere.
Yeah, there's. I'm just circling over it.
I'll tell you what is still annoying though. I know I don't want to go on about it, but
there it is. There's a strip. It's touching down on it now.
They didn't fix up the update where you have to move the heading in increments of 10 still.
In what aeroplane?
I think in all of them. Yeah, when you try and move the heading, you want to move just a couple of degrees, but when you move it or click it, it still moves in increments of 10.
Oh, in the dashes, yeah, some of it does, yeah.
I also saw, apparently in the update yesterday, they put off the fix on that, hedging as to when that would be fixed. People were expecting it in the next update, and I think they're begging off that.
Yeah, it must be more difficult than what they're making out. I thought it would have been an easy fix, but maybe not.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, this is like 4 updates they've been talking about fixing that thing. It must be a real problem. I'm no programmer, so I don't know, but...
It's got to be an easy fix. It can't be hard to do that.
All these people landing downwind. Are you using real world live weather?
Yeah.
Because I've got 15 knots. 15 knots going the direction that you guys are going.
I've got 11 knots.
I'm showing 1.
Only 4 knots on a little nav map.
I got 15, 16 knots. My little nav map.
Yeah. Perhaps because you're running live weather. You're all guys running live weather, are you?
Yeah. It's actually looked very good, the live weather today.
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah.
There's a bit of traffic about. Someone else is at this para move. The wind displayed in the sim is not 15 knots though. It's dead calm.
I've got 10 knots now. I've just taken off from that airport.
Paramoo, it's got windsockers hanging. No, 1 knot now.
Make it the night.
It was showing 14 knots before, now it's got 1 knot.
Oh, I'm seeing 10 knots.
We've got, there's a fit aircraft here. VHKLB and a Jabberoo and...
10 knots, I'm saying 50.
How'd your exam go, Steph?
Fantastic, mate. 82%.
That's the way to go, mate.
Well done.
Anything more than 70 is showing off, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Waste of time. You've been wasting your time for getting more than that.
That's it. Apologies for the late arrival. I was out and about.
Don't worry about it, Steph. It's all good. You got here, that's the main thing.
For the world, my friend.
Lovely coastline. Is any of this resorts?
It's all farming and forestry.
Not too many resorts in New Zealand.
Hey Frank, how are you going?
Yeah, I'm real good, Paul. I purchased a new aircraft for this flight, the Piper Arrow.
Oh, very good.
It's going beautiful, but I think it's just a little bit slow. Just flat out at 135.
Yeah.
I find out by the time I slow down and drop the gear down, do a touchdown, I lose quite a few Ks on you.
Yeah, look, that's okay. And look, you don't have to do a touch and go at every airport. So just if you think you're falling behind, just overfly and catch up. But I mean that's typical of that particular plane anyway. Which one did you get? Did you get the Coronado or did you get the Just Flight one?
The Coronado.
Okay, good.
Which I like the Coronado aircraft. Yeah, no, it's beautiful and smooth.
That's great.
Very nice to fly.
Very good.
Hey, Bluey, I think I heard somewhere they're doing a turbo version of that, whether that's an upgrade or...
No, it's an extra.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
If you want to keep up with the online flying, you need the turbo.
Right.
But you're at the wrong end of the pack, Ken.
Not now. I'm at the right end of the pack. When you guys are approaching Paramoor, let me know and I'll take off and join the pack.
Well, I'm coming in there. I'm just going to go live weather and see what that's like.
Yeah, live weather's fine, Greg. It's there's hardly any cloud. There's just a little bit of cloud on the mountains. I mean, they call it the land of the long white clouds. So, I mean, it's typical of that situation. So, but other than that, it's okay. We've got a beautiful big moon sitting in the over in the west.
Yeah, we picked another good day to go flying, no?
We did. I tell you what, though, I've been doing this world flight in the CJ4, and I flew out of Iceland today for someplace in Canada, and it was pissing down. Oh, and the cloud cover pretty much was almost most of the journey. It was really thick. It took me. I was flying at flight level 440, and I didn't break out of the clouds until around about 30,000 feet. So it was pretty socked in. So we may end up next week selecting clear weather just to take in the sights.
Yeah, sorry, I missed. Where are we going next week? What have you organised for that?
Iceland.
Ah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. It really is.
So.
Well, I have neither, and I just thought, for the heck of it, I'll do a bit of because I flew there in the CJ4, I thought, I'll just do a bit of a fly around, see what it looks like, and it just blew me away, and I thought, we've got to turn this into an event. It's great. I'll tell you what, Ken, you've heard me grumble about this G2 and the sweet spot. What I've done is I've actually really tightened the side straps, because I notice if you push the headset against your face, it's just so much clearer. And even though it's cutting off the circulation, and I may pass out during the flight. It looks bloody good.
I'll tell you a story. I was trying to do the same thing, but without I took off the normal faceplate, and I did this modification to get a larger field of view, and it was squashing my nose, so I couldn't breathe. I'm talking like this. It was, but the field of view was excellent.
Yeah, well, that's all that matters, isn't it?
I just couldn't talk.
It's the pain we go through. Yeah, that's all that matters.
All for a sweet spot.
Exactly. We like our sweet spot.
Even if your eyes are bloodshot.
Sweet.
You guys are going to have to teach me all about VR when I've got to get a new machine first before I go to VR, but I will go later on in the year. But I'm going to need some.
I tell you what though. I had a, I've been flying events in VR since it came out, and I had an i7 6700 with admittedly when I got the 2080 Ti with the 11 gig of onboard video RAM, I was able to use the super sampling with the Oculus Rift, so that helped with the resolution. But it was great. I was loving it. It's obviously the G2 is definitely clearer in the screen, whereas the Oculus Rift had like a, it's like looking through a screen door, a screen door on your house, where you got, if you look, you could focus on the actual the grid of the door, and to see that, but basically you're focusing on the scenery, which means it sort of disappears, but there is a slight texture to the image because of this, this sort of pattern across the screen. Which is typical of that resolution headset. But seriously, it was very, it was great to fly in. It had all that sort of, gave you all that feeling of being in the plane and everything. So I really loved it. And for a while there, I was thinking it was so good. I was thinking I'm not even going to bother spending $1,000 on a bloody G2 when it's this good. But as I said, when I got the new machine. That certainly made it worthwhile getting the G2, and when I was able to get it, I got it. So I've still got the Oculus Rift. I'm hanging on to it purely because I've got a stack of games that I use for the grandkids, and they really love playing on that. So I've just got this for flight simming. But it's amazing just how much you can do with a machine that is really mid-range.
Yeah. I must admit, my machine is it's an i9 with 64 gig of RAM. It's got a 2080 Ti in it. So, and I did buy in the UK, Oculus Rift S were like £399.
Yep.
At Christmas time, they were doing the deal where it was £100 off. It was £299 on Amazon. So I actually bought one. Yep. I sent for one on Amazon, and I gave it a try in X-Plane, and I just couldn't get on with it. As soon as I took off anyway, I just felt sick. It gave me motion sickness. It was so. I didn't give it, guys. I didn't give it a good chance, really. I admit.
Just be wary. If you get that sickness, there's a very good chance it'll stay with you. You'll get it.
Regardless. Yeah.
That was always my. I spent 40 years working with the Navy, and every time I went to sea, I felt seasick. I'm just terrible. Yeah. I get really bad motion sickness.
Yeah. The other thing, of course, is you just got to be conscious of not pushing it beyond what it's capable of. You can actually use a much lower resolution, but it's the feeling of actually being in a cockpit that just does it, for you, and it still looks pretty good. So you just got, if you push it too much, then it gets all very wonky anyway, and you sort of you really experience that woozy feeling because it's everything's just not smooth. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you just got to be conscious of that.
I think it was me. I mean, I only had it I didn't even keep it for a day. I just sent it straight back because it just made me feel so bad. I don't think I gave it a proper test or a fair test, to be quite honest.
Yeah, but
the trouble was
I just warn you, when you get your G2, just be ready to have that same. It could happen again. So if you're going to outlay $1,000,
yeah, I don't want to be doing that.
I would go and try someone else's before I'd buy if I was you.
Yeah, that would be a nice idea. I'd like to try to do that because I mean, I was in the back of my mind. I was hanging out for a sort of new machine and a G2, and G2s they're just impossible to get in the UK at the moment. You can't get them. So, as I say, I sent it back. I didn't really give it a proper test. I don't think, and obviously not used to VR. I don't think I set it up right either, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it's just I've had a lot of experience and 50 years in the game and flown everything, and I don't like VR. It makes me sick. And I've got two mates who are exactly the same.
Oh well, I'm going to be the same as you then. And so you've never gone to VR then?
I have, and I just I spent a day at it, and there was two exciting times: plugging it in and plugging it out.
Right. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to be the same because I get terrible motion sickness. I mean, I can't even go on.
Oh, no, to unplug it. Yeah.
If I go to theme parks and things, I can't go on these rides. My wife loves them, but I can't go on them. It make me feel ill.
You might be better with a 65-inch monitor instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I say, I've got an Alienware 34-inch widescreen anyway. The super duper version of it is about.
Yeah.
The
34-inch. I had a 34-inch widescreen, and I couldn't go back to that now. It's too small.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, that's tiny.
Yeah. Once you go to 65, you can't go back. You know?
No, yeah, that's exactly right.
65-inch 4K. Can't go back.
No.
I sort of mix my flying up between the 65-inch screen and the VR, and I love them both.
Right. Oh well, I'll have to convince my wife to let me have the 65-inch from downstairs then and bring it up.
Yep. Do that.
Yeah, just do what I did. Move everything downstairs.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
I'll solve that. That's all right.
Okay, they always know. You can't fool them, and they always know. They've got
geography coming up here.
Oh, yeah, this is interesting.
If you head over towards the Hutt Valley, which is the next valley over, Upper Hutt, Stokes Valley, Lower Hutt, this is a different fault. This is the Wellington Fault, which is some 75 kilometres long. It's almost a straight line, and you'll see the river running down the west side of the valley with a railway and a motorway, and that is again very close to that fault, and very, very straight, and runs with a couple of slight deviations all the way down the valley and along the right west side of the harbour.
Do they get much earthquakes and things?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah.
There was a volcano erupted here only 6 months ago, killed a heap of people. They were looking at it at the time. Remember White Island?
Oh yeah, right. I remember that. That was the cruise ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that was Princess Cruises, which is what the cruise ship we use.
It can be a long time before cruise ships bounce back, I think.
Yeah.
Yep,
that's a bad luck.
Yeah. 110.3 if anybody wants the ILS for Wellington.
Beautiful clear day like this.
Yeah, exactly. Hat flyer. Yeah, all the cruise ships in the UK are all in Weymouth Bay at the moment, guys. The whole lot of them. It's a terrific site. It's become a tourist attraction in its own right.
We'll never go anywhere. I'll have to go and have a look at it.
Now the Kapiti Coast, which is just the piece you've been flying south of Paraparaumu, that all the land along that coast was raised about a metre during an earthquake a couple of years ago. Right.
That must be terrifying living there.
You get used to it.
Oh, Jesus.
What a beautiful approach into Wellington. Isn't it?
Gorgeous, isn't it?
It's fantastic. I've got the Pacific
Down the
over
river.
on my right, the wind farm. I've got the town. I've got the bay or the harbour or whatever it is underneath me.
There's the South Island across the way.
And the South Island across the way, yep.
Fucking magic.
Just doesn't get any better.
No, I'll agree with that. This is spectacular.
We're doing a full stop here, aren't we?
We are indeed, yes. And we'll have a 10-minute break and then carry on after that, okay?
That's great.
Great.
And as I mentioned in the forum, for those that find the duration maybe a little bit excessive, feel free to leave us at this halfway point, or for those that wish to join at the halfway point, that's quite okay as well. So it makes it a bit more flexible for those that don't want to go the whole way.
Yeah, what is flying? Caravans or?
I'm flying a caravan.
Bonanza.
Yeah,
Is anybody else at Wellington yet?
I'm almost there.
I'm on my way ahead of everybody.
9 miles out.
What am I? 15.
2.
Somewhere to park this thing.
I'm not going to need a heater in winter. I closed the door so Kerry didn't have to hear me raving away. And just my little 390 heater is 3090 heater's working the charm.
Well, I used to I have to leave my door open because, with the 2080 Ti and the system I had before, in VR, it used to get up around, I think I told you, about 84, 85 centigrade, and I was really worried because I thought it used to try and cap itself at 80, and the fact that it was going to 84, 85 really worried me, and so I sort of kept the door open, and I had got a little fan down here next to me to sort of run as well. But this current machine I've got at the moment, even in VR, it's running at like 67, 68 or something. So I mean, I'm not worried anymore.
Oh no, mine's as cool as a cucumber, but it still radiates. The radiator on the CPU is huge.
Right.
Right. And even though the CPU is only about 60 degrees, it still heats up that radiator quite a bit.
Yeah. But it used to worry me. I was sort of flying with in the back of my mind, I'm just worrying about the health of my machine when it was getting so hot.
Yeah.
I'll follow you in, Mike.
Okay, cool.
Well, we might have a bit of cloud over the South Island. That might be interesting.
Yeah, it looks a bit thick over there, doesn't it?
Mm.
Yes, the flight plan you've given us, Paul, it is correct for 6,500.
Right.
Providing you fly the plan.
Yes, correct. Yes.
There are some 8,000-foot hills in the middle of.
Yeah. Well, I did
that
test
area.
it. I did test it out. So I didn't want anybody flying in the mountains. But if they do that, it's on them.
Yeah.
How's the fuel management? I finished here with 15 gallons in each tank.
Geez, I filled my tanks up. This is in the caravan, and it's probably about 85-90% still full. So
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I had to switch tanks at the right time
yeah,
to end up with exactly 15 in each.
oh right, okay, yeah, good management. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
Can't
Mike.
do
You're
it.
back with us. I can see you.
Yeah,
I can see you at
just
eight,
pop back in. Just
I
circling
can see
now.
you at 800 feet. Yeah, we just stopped at Wellington, so we're
Got
gonna
ya.
have a 10-minute break here.
Oh, been here, Wellington, 1995.
Yeah, I have a long time ago when I was doing some work
Yeah.
with the New Zealand Navy. Yeah, I was on.
I did
Yeah, go on.
Wellington and Auckland.
Yeah, I was on. I did some. Spent some time on one of their survey ships, naval survey ships, the Monowai.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the naval base here, Wellington, is called Devonport. If you weren't aware.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's in Auckland.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you're right. Beg your pardon. You're right. Yeah, Auckland. Beg your pardon.
Is I'm currently sitting in Wellington. If I lean out my window, I can wave to you.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm waving.
That was great. Wellington and Auckland and Wellington we did. That was after we went Pitcairn Island, and then that was the next stop. Wellington first, and then Auckland. Beautiful place. My cousins live on the South Island actually. They emigrated a number of years ago.
Right.
Pop in and get some petrol.
Don't they call everybody cuz over there?
I'm going to park next to Pings in his blue TBM.
I've got a livery for my Baron called Kenmore. Guess I got to pick it, eh?
Kenmore Airlines, yeah.
That's sort of Seattle way, isn't it? They do a lot of
up north, Pacific Northwest, yeah.
That's it, Pacific Northwest. Yeah, my in-laws lived in Seattle, so we did the old whale trip and that out, and what do you call it? I saw the Kenmore seaplanes flying around. Went over to Friday Harbour.
Yeah. Seattle now has the highest crime rate in the whole of America.
Really?
It's even 10 times higher than New York.
Gosh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a shame.
Around the Spokane area, apparently every other house is they're making crack cocaine.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Which city is this? Seattle, did you say?
Seattle, yeah.
So, Spokane is the airport. That's very close.
In Seattle, you're allowed to carry 3 grams of cocaine on you and you won't be arrested. That's personal use.
Mm.
Well, that's not much. That's rough.
Yeah. Make it 10, and I'll move in. Back of this 3 grams.
What are you flying now, Mike?
Oh, I just did a circuit. That was all. So I saw a few people
What are
coming
you flying in?
Oh, sorry, I'm in the Bonanza.
The Bonanza. Right. That Baron 58 is quite a nice fun plane. I quite like flying that.
Is it? Yeah, I thought about that.
Yeah, I like
Well,
that.
I've not really been in that one much, so.
I can't drag myself away from the TBM.
That is nice little plane, that.
What was that about nose beers?
Oh, it's too early for beer here, unfortunately. You'll have to have one for us, mate.
Was that 20 kilos of nose beer and you're fine?
Nose beer? I think he means Coke.
Ah, right, nose beer.
Nose beer, yeah. 3 grams, I think you're allowed to carry on you. Yeah.
Oh, 3
not an
grams,
avenue.
Roger. I was halfway up the hallway. I didn't quite hear it.
Right, it's time for another cup of tea, Mike. NATO standard, of course.
Absolutely, yes.
Right, it's going up a minute.
What's
What
going
is
on there?
that?
Someone else, all right.
Should we call 000 or?
All right.
Frank.
So has everybody made it to Wellington?
Yes, I'm down here, all right.
Yep, we're here, Paul.
So it looks like we've got 21 people tonight.
Cool. You're getting a big following, Paul. You're becoming a cult figure.
It's a team effort.
It's about a team effort. You do all the work.
Oh, the enjoyment's sharing the time with you guys.
That's nice.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Paul.
It's. I mean, when you think where technology has come, it's just amazing that you can talk to people.
Yeah.
Across the other
All
side
over
of the
the world.
world, isn't it? I mean, you imagine trying to do that 25 years ago. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I come from
Yeah,
the
I think it's
telecoms
great.
industry. I come from the telecoms industry, and I still find it fascinating.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can remember being on ships using HF and speaking to people hundreds of miles away and thinking, how cool is this, you know?
Oh, I know that feeling.
Paul was Ed Radio.
Sorry, what was that?
Paul was Ed Radio. That's what Mike was saying there about talking like on a HF. I mean, we used to do that. That was when we were away before we had sort of the ability to phone from the ships and that. If we were on operations, we would get a 10-minute free phone call via HF. So we'd have to go through Portishead Radio, which was a place in Bristol. It went many years ago, but that was it. You'd get a 10-minute call, but any other time it was like it was really expensive. You could do a 20-minute call, it would cost you an arm and a leg.
I wasn't in the mob, so I was privileged in the end. I used to be able to use VHF and get a link call via Dover Coast Guard or Brixham Coast Guard or Falmouth Coast Guard.
Brixham,
Just
yeah.
get a link call. I used to phone my wife
Yeah.
every day. It must have cost a fortune.
Yeah,
Remember the days when our best friend wasn't our mobile phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You look now. You leave the house now, and you've got to get your keys. You've got to get your mobile phone. You need a face mask. You know, there was a time where all you needed was all you had to worry about was your front door key.
I'll still forget my phone. Oh. Drives my wife mad. Got your phone? No, left it at home. Not used
in
to
the
it.
doghouse.
Still. Yeah.
What was it? Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Yeah, testicles, wallet, watch. Absolutely. Yeah. Used to have to check that when we come out of some places with the Navy years ago. Not going to tell you where. Places like Indonesia and Singapore and Malaysia. Good old days.
Well, it's quite exciting times at the moment because we're now with the Brexit and everything. Boris has sort of just announced we're going to start reaching out a lot more to sort of our Commonwealth cousins, and so we're going to be operating a lot further afield, which is great.
Yeah, like I said last week, if we can afford the fuel, we don't seem to go too many.
Yeah.
These days.
So I don't know. You probably want. Sorry, Mike.
Go on. I said I was lucky because I used to get to work with all other neighbours as well. I didn't just stay, because it was, we used to have to do support exercises and all sorts of things. I worked with the Brazilians and Malaysians, Indonesians, Americans, Canadians. So it's been good.
There's been a couple of funny tweets of late with the QE sort of just gone out. She's doing some training before she goes on her deployment, and so she's gone up to Glenmallan to take on some fuel and stuff, and so it's been planned for quite a while, the visit into Glenmallan, but obviously with all the COVID stuff, so they've been tweeting that the Queen Elizabeth is going into Glenmallan, and on this tweet, as a woman that's complained, she's misinterpreted what they're talking about, and she's gone on the tweet and said, like, why is the Queen travelling to Scotland during a pandemic? Can I go to? Am I allowed to go to Aberdeen or Cheltenham? And then Jane's Jane's have they've responded and said, and they've just gone, are you a 65,000-ton Royal Navy aircraft carrier? And then she's removed her tweet then. And then the other one was someone had put a picture of her. She's gone in and said, if this is what if you're wondering what your taxpayers' money is going towards, so here it is now, going past my window. And then someone had commented like, yeah, it's a shame we can't afford the aircraft. Well, they've got all the aircraft on there. And so Jane's responded again with a picture of the Queen Elizabeth with her whole deck lined with the 22 aircraft that she's complimented with, and said like, what are these then? Pigeons?
Yeah, petrol pigeons. I guess they're still based in Portsmouth, I think.
Yeah, the carriers are.
Yeah, the carriers always used to be Invincible and Ark Royal and all those when I was.
Yeah, it was Invincible, Illustrious, Ark Royal. Yeah. So it's the first time in 500 years that the Royal Navy has not had an Ark Royal.
An Ark Royal, yeah.
It's a shame, really, but they used to. So the old Ark Royal, the one in from like the sort of the 50s through the 70s, 80s, she was based in Plymouth. So yeah, those. Right. There was a time where they were coming out of Plymouth. Let's Pete off.
How are we going, guys? Are we ready to head off again?
Yeah, can do.
Okay, let's do it.
If anybody can see the livery on my TBM, can anybody tell me what it looks like?
No, just seeing green and white, mate.
All right. Should be red and white. It's a UK Coast Guard livery.
No, it's not.
I think unless it's
Definitely
in
not come
your...
up. Yeah,
I
it's
think
got to
it
be. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a shame that. I hope they get grips with that, because it. After you.
Is that
I'll
you
follow
next
you,
to me, Mike?
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah.
Go on, yeah, so I'll let you go. Oh, yeah, okay.
Cheers, mate.
You've been gone.
Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks. Oh, here we go. Whoop. Slam the anchors on there, mate.
Yeah. Disconcerting how these trucks suddenly appear in front of you.
I know. It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of turning them off.
I like
Oh,
to
the
have
ones
them
that
on.
drive around.
Yeah, I like to see them, and I've got them turned high as well. I do like to see them, but it's very disconcerting when you suddenly see a tanker come towards you. Hey, we're all being good here. We're all going in a line.
I know. Well
Formation
behaved.
1.
How'd that happen?
Yeah, exactly. You'll have to make this a requirement, Paul. You've all got to do it in.
We're very courteous.
Yeah. Is our German friend still with us? Actually not.
9.
9. Yeah, right. Das ist nicht gut.
Fucking brutal.
I've got a truck coming towards me now. Shit, I'm going to run him over.
My Piper won't restart here. Anyone got any clues?
Fuel? Check your fuel.
Yeah, I've got plenty of fuel.
What you in, Baron?
Check your mixture and your prop.
Yeah, that seems to be all doing everything it should. Yeah.
Harvey, your fuel switches.
Your fuel switches
Yeah,
on.
I've got fuel on. I've got everything on as I had before. Fuel's on.
Magneto's
Control E.
on.
Does Control E work for you, mate?
Yeah, Control E. Control E. Try that.
Try that.
Start the engine.
Yeah, I've been trying that. It's kicking over. She just won't keep running, and just keeps Control E.
Just make sure your fuel isn't turned off. When you stopped, what did you do? Did you sort of fill it with the mixture and the prop? Did you sort of leave it in that position?
No, I brought the prop. I left the mixture on. I brought the prop back.
Yep.
No, no. Must be. Yeah, it must be my fuel. I'll just check
Probably what it is.
We'll just change on the other fuel tank.
Change your fuel tank. If that doesn't work, reload the aeroplane. Just go to dev mode, Windows, and reload.
And remember, you can call up the balance symbol in the menu, the floating menu up above, and you can refuel to what you require before you kick it off again. Just if you're out of fuel or whatever.
I've got 50% fuel.
Can you go into dev menu from a normal? So you're in a normal screen. Can you because normally when you go in dev mode, it comes up with the windows in the top left hand side, doesn't it? You know, the normal.
It just comes up the menu up in the top left hand corner.
Yeah, but how do you go into dev mode then?
Just go back to the general screen with the globe of the Earth, and then just go into general settings and set dev mode. Yeah.
With you. All right. I'm not watching what I'm doing here.
I downloaded that global ship traffic mod from that FlightSim TO.
Yeah.
And just buzzed a sailing ship doing about 70 knots.
That's a drug runner then.
Yeah, that's alright, I'll allow it.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure it's loaded in because I've seen the folders that it creates and stuff for me, but I've not. I can't really say if I've actually seen any shipping out on it.
You might have to go into your settings and set your traffic. Your
Yeah, so it
traffic
says
up.
5%. It's got to be above 5% or above, and I've got
Right.
mine up, so I think it's 20% and that. So I mean,
Okay.
I do see boats and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think these ones are actually they're on passage, aren't they? I think they're actually moving along.
Yeah, you might not see one for ages. That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I suppose that's real life, isn't it? I guess. So.
Yeah.
You won't see a cruise ship.
No.
Well, I'm enjoying this. This Bonanza is pretty nice plane to fly. Actually, it's the first time I've flown it.
Out the plane after the landing. I was going very hard, but I can't restart. The bird told me what to do. It's not.
Ooh, kids are out again.
You running live weather, Mike?
No, I'm not. I've gone clear skies. What's it like?
It's quite nice actually. I'm at.
Is it?
Yeah,
live
it's
weather's
cloudy.
quite
Yeah.
good.
I'll pop it on then. I wasn't sure what it was.
28 knots from the left-hand side. It's pretty windy.
Ooh.
What have I got? Yeah, 25 knots at 166 degrees.
Roger. Okay. Oh well, let's pop her in.
We can cope with that.
Oh yeah, there it goes. There it is. What was that, Pike?
Oh, we got a dog in one of the planes.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you can't hear all the kids out in the playground at the minute. Opposite me. They're never in class. They only go in like half an hour or that, and then they're back out again. Does me head in.
Yeah, it's all to do with COVID, isn't it? I guess they want to get
Yeah, well, they've all
fresh air.
they've all gone back now. Well, so they're not all gone back, but one of the years has gone back.
Right.
Oh look, there's a ship over there. Is that a cruise liner? Is it?
Where's that? You got one? Hey,
Over to on the port side here.
on the port side.
Left.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry.
I can't see on the port side.
Thank you.
I'll pay that. I'll pay that.
That's what I get for being a
Maybe I'm too.
elite member of the Princess Cruise Line's passengers. I know which is port and which is starboard.
Fore and aft, he knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bonanza's a really nice plane to fly. When I was active in real life, they certainly had the reputation of being a handful. You know, you better watch your airspeed or you're going to auger into the ground, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, he's nice, very smooth. And...
Slow down here. I'm zipping along. I'm doing 230 knots. Crikey.
I'm 2,000 feet and in cloud live.
Yeah, I'm 2.5 and skirting along the bottom of the cloud.
Yeah, I'm on 2,000 feet, so I'm bottom of the cloud, just beneath.
Tell you what, if you have the opportunity to, the working title G1000 and G3000 is worth taking a look at. You basically just copy it into your community folder, and all your planes are then equipped with their version of the G1000, which, by the way, is not too bad. It's pretty good. So
yeah, I've got it, Paul. Yeah, it's excellent.
Certainly worth it if you if you haven't got it, I'd recommend it. Yeah.
I got the G3000, not the G1000, because this has come up. It's a G1000 in the
Bonanza, yeah.
The Bonanza, yeah. So I need to put the G1000 in. I've got the G3000
yeah.
for the TBM. So
yeah, but what I like about it, they're only minor things, but having hectopascals in my Q&H is a big thing for me. Plus, being able to track up as opposed to just the orientation that was previously there. So that's all good too. So
yeah, their G3X or GX is also really good, I think.
Is that from the same G3X? From the same place? Is it GitHub? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference? The G3X. What's that?
It's the one that's in the Cub, and you can use it in the VL3 and a couple different planes. That usually, like in the Cub, it's mostly a split screen configuration.
Yep. Right. No, that's good to know.
That's right.
I think it's great.
Does that work in the the Icon A5 as well? Does it?
Absolutely, yeah. There's
a
a recent Icon mod that with more power and so forth. I think it's terrific.
Yeah, I used it yesterday. It's brilliant.
It's a lovely little plane.
Yeah.
And it works great with the G3.
Right. Yeah, I was having some fun landing at Buell Water yesterday. It was quite fun.
Down on the water, I guess you guys are seeing it too. It's like the lines in it from the I don't know whether it's masking or what it is, but it just looks more realistic. You know how you get channels and things? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the current.
Smooth and rough water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water looked great on the approach to Wellington. Had some life to it.
Well, Macca, touch and go. Okay.
I'll tell you in a minute. I think so. What I did, I've got to the next airport.
Oh, now Frank.
Yes.
Just on that, when you sort of load the flight plan and then go to an airport other than the airport that it starts at, it'll kill your flight plan. It's one of the things I just like about it.
Right. I still seem to have it. I'm at what is it, Omaka or something, and I'm ready to take off. I've still got me.
It's still there, is it? The flight plan?
It's still there.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yep.
So I think I'm in Barron.
Yep. No, that's great.
And I think I'm ready to go.
Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Right.
Oh well, the Barron, you'll find that'll certainly scoot along. That's one of my favourite planes.
That's right.
I like flying.
It's one of my favourites.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's lovely, isn't it? I like it.
Oh, wait a minute, there's something there in front of me. Yeah.
I actually force myself into other planes sometimes because I just fly the legs off the Barron or the wings off the Barron.
I didn't. Too much. I went right back to start and put the plane back on, restart at the next airport, and everything seems fine.
Very good, Frank. Very good.
Yeah.
I like the King Air a lot, but it seems to be a plane without a lot of love.
Well, the first time I flew it, I was just, it looks good, but when I got in the cockpit, there were so many buttons that were inoperative. It just, I just thought, oh, stuff this. So many of the other planes have just got so much more functionality than that has. That's just chock-a-block full of inoperative buttons, and I think some of the buttons were quite important too. I can't quite remember now, but I remember thinking, oh, why isn't this inoperative? Why is this inoperative? You know, it doesn't make sense. But anyway.
I flew a King Air around Australia. I had 20 flight planes. Took me quite a few months to do it, but it's pretty.
Which sim was that? Which sim was that, Frank?
In P3D.
Oh yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, in P3D version 4.
Yeah, yeah.
And fairly boring, a lot of it, but it took me a while to do it, but I had no problems.
Oh yeah, well it's that's a different sim, different quality of aircraft and so on. So yeah, I can appreciate that. Yeah, that's right. Yep. No, we'll get better and better add-ons for this one as time passes.
Yeah.
Where is you guys at the moment?
A few of us are...
Where we is?
Amaka? Where are you, Ken, across the water?
Amaka, just heading for
I'm
Amaka.
just crossing. I'm 40 odd miles behind. I'm on that leg. I've just taken off from Wellington, heading to Amaka. I had an extended
break.
Oh, here they are.
You lost your lead. You were about 30 miles in front there for a while.
No, it was my turn to make Kerry a couple of sandwich and stuff like that.
Oh, you got to look after them, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. So
that's right.
I worked that one out all right, Paul. I'm loading the pack at the moment.
No, very good. Very good. We'll follow you, Frank.
Right. My wife reckons it's not a good idea.
Yeah. They have an uncanny sense for that sort of thing, don't they?
Yeah. She's my co-pilot at the moment.
There's another major airport we fly over here called Woodbourne. Just fly right over the top of that. That's a nice little airstrip.
It says it's military.
Huh? Doesn't look military.
Oh yeah. I'll see if he gets shot down.
Woodbourne's interesting. It has two terminal buildings, one for domestic commercial flights and the other for military flights.
Oh, it's a shared military, is it, the airport?
It's a shared military and scheduled services, but not GA.
Right.
No GA allowed on it. I've been into Omaka a couple of times, and most of the time you can't actually, from the air, it's very difficult to see the runways.
Right.
Because it's just a big square field. And they cut the grass at different lengths, so in certain lights it's very hard to tell the runways.
Yeah, well I'm just wondering, am I looking at taxiways or runways?
Yeah. Oh, the AI multiplayer ships show up on a little nav map.
Ah.
Did you guys know that?
Yeah, they do. Yep, you can press the button there and they show up. Press the A button.
AIMFC Sinophonia. Costa Celebration. The Calypso. Hey! Gonna dive down and say you later, Jarks. The Maersk Alabama is right on my flight path. I'll keep my eyes open for it.
It's still off.
This valley.
Get back on course. Yeah.
This valley is New Zealand's premier wine growing region.
Okay, there's something on blank.
You've inspired me now, because I am a big fan of red wine and that, and I'll go and check out some New Zealand's, I think, when I go shopping.
I love Australian wines, mate.
Yeah,
A lot of
California,
Australian wine.
Australian.
I like Australian white.
I was going to follow the line, but this heading, see that when I get on the line, I get that, there's my heading.
Where do you come from, Frank? Where do you live?
New South Wales, Lake Macquarie.
Lake Macquarie, right.
Yeah, Warners Bay.
You're going to get a wet ass.
Oh, I know.
You're going to get a really wet ass.
We've got it.
You've already got it, haven't you?
Yeah, we
reckon it's pretty.
We piled up the shopping basket today and took it round the daughter's place at Spears Point. They flooded out. They wanted some more towels. Soaked all the water up. Yeah, I believe we've got a lot more coming too.
Don't sound very Welsh, Frank.
No.
Damn, I should have loaded some torpedoes. That ship's right on my track. I could take him out now. Just one torpedo. Just one torpedo. That's all I need.
Absolutely stunning here today, isn't it? Lovely, really nice scenery.
I haven't
Yeah,
got
I'm
any
having a
ships
good
showing
run
enough
of the
now.
team too. No crashing, no problems.
He says as he crashes.
Yeah, I've had a lot of trouble with my sim lately with this 3090. I had to up the voltage on the CPU to get it to go stable. It just wasn't stable.
You overclocking?
Are you on NVIDIA drivers, are you?
Yep.
So just
NVIDIA drivers,
updated.
yeah.
There's just a new update, and someone put on post this morning. I saw that they're getting a good performance now from the latest update on the NVIDIA driver.
Yeah, I'm using the one that just came out the other day.
It seems all right.
Yeah, and it does seem better.
Okay, I will change it tomorrow. I was getting system crashes. The whole system would just reboot, you know. And a lot of people were getting that around the place for 3090s.
Yeah, there were. Have you seen? I don't know. I think someone's picked up on it from the update, the Microsoft update, is that it reset the compatibility settings for your executable.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier in the flight,
right.
and I gave the details of the guy who actually ran the video, and so that people could check it out.
Yeah.
I've actually made those changes to my machine, and I mean it's all right, you know.
Seems to do.
Yeah.
That's something, doesn't it? I think.
What do you have to? What do you actually have to turn on or off? Does anybody remember?
Yeah, so it's full. What's it called? Full screen optimization.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
Disable full screen optimization. So you check that box.
Okay.
And then there's an advanced thing, and there's two boxes within there, DPI settings.
Yep,
I think
that's right. Yeah.
Check them two boxes, and then you're good to go. But they say do it for everything. Any executable you've got, like for your for games and stuff.
Yep.
Do it because it's
mountains now. So
yeah, I'm not gonna get up here.
Yeah, this is going to turn into IFR shortly.
Just flying above it at 5,000.
I'm just glad my G1000 has that display that tells you where the mountains are. So
Yeah.
gives me some ray of hope.
yeah, we're landing at Christchurch. Yeah, probably. We've got to go over the dropping out and stuff.
Oh, that was a fairly small cloud. Well, it was not terribly thick, so I'm back out to. I can see the ground again, which is good. I was thinking it was going to be solidly socked in. Still plenty of cloud around though.
Since I've changed my aircraft over, my headings are now are changing in single digits, and my altitude changing in hundreds. So go figure.
Change which? Yeah, I had to. I couldn't get the other one restarted. No, this is a twin engine. This one more powerful. We've got to go through that gap there, I'd say.
Well, Frank, I wish my wife was as interested in my simulator as your wife obviously is.
I think after the last 2 weeks failures, Paul, she felt sorry for me. She's been giving me a lot of encouragement, and anyway, we've got it tonight.
Very good.
Yes, we go back down here soon.
What's the wind speed out here at the moment? It's being buffeted around a bit.
Yeah,
what?
there.
I'm at 6.5, and I've got a 7-knot wind from the left.
That's about right. I got 10.
Yeah, I've got 10 from 145.
Oh, I've got 20 from 149.
Oh well, once we move into winter, we'll have to come back here again when all the snow's, when the snow's over the mountains and what have you.
Lovely. Have you got? I might have missed it. What's your plan for next week then, Paul?
Next week is Iceland, and you'll love it.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that's very good.
We're all going to Reykjavik.
Yeah.
The add-on
Dress-
that's good.
Dress appropriately.
Where?
Expensive pint.
Yeah, very expensive. It's really expensive, Iceland. Really, really, really expensive.
No need to fiddle around with your tree setting for Iceland. There are none.
No.
Oh, but here's the thing, guys. When we do the Adriatic coast, I came across some fauna. So there were seagulls and there were geese. So that'll be something to check out when we do that. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Sorry, Paul, where was that?
One of the events after Iceland that we're going to do is the Adriatic coast.
Right.
And plus Split and what's that other?
Split. I remember Split.
What's that other very famous place that's very scenic?
Dubrovnik.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one, Dubrovnik. Yeah. But just in that general area of Dubrovnik, I saw seagulls and I saw geese. So it was interesting to just fly down and observe them flying around. Great, huge flocks of them. So yeah.
Didn't even know they were in the sim.
Yeah.
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 Flamingos as well.
So what I'll do is I'll actually in instructions I'll ask people to turn on their fauna markers so that because otherwise it's just too hard to see, and then you'll see them as you get within a reasonable distance, and then you'll be able to hone in on that marker, and then you'll see the whatever it is.
Like the pigeons on the Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Have you all done the touch and go at Nelson?
Just about to.
Still, what have I got? I've got 14 miles to go.
Okay, I'm just touching down. Well, I'm just heading there now. 3 nautical miles.
Well, I see Lardy Dars up there. Hello, mate.
Yeah, I'll see him up there.
Evening all, evening.
Evening, lad. You know, what are you flying tonight?
Caravan.
Oh, so am I. Very good. Gee, that's a bit subdued for you, isn't it?
A little bit different, why not?
Oh, I'm feeling a bit special flying the plane that Laddie does fly. Gee.
In your back garden today, mate.
Yeah, I just joined in now. Glad to see that you guys are only sort of halfway through.
You keeping well, mate? DC last week.
You?
Good man.
The Caravan flies quite nice, doesn't it, Laddie?
Yeah, doing Gunny's flights, that's what's really sold me on it. You can put it down anywhere. It's, yeah, incredible. It's good fun.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it's really versatile. Yeah, gun pilot frequently says you can fly it from 30 to 180.
Somewhere between there. She's a good aircraft.
She is.
Steph, how are you?
Oh, fantastic, mate. How the f are you?
Yeah, good, man. Got 2 more days and that's it. How's the flight?
Yeah, no, we don't complain. We've got a few hours this week, so she's been a good week.
Happy days, man.
That's it, mate. Passed that PPL theory test, so I'm all chuffed.
Good for you.
Yeah, well done.
Mate.
What's a written test like? Is it multiple choice, the way it is in the States?
Yeah, there's mostly multiple choice. There's a few fill-in-the-box style questions, but yeah, about 90% of it's multiple choice. So you break that down, it's pretty much a 50-50.
Yeah.
But there's got to be more than 2 choices, surely.
Oh, we expect two are bullshit, the other 2 are close. They don't make it too hard, thankfully.
Well, from what I've seen of quite a few of the tests they put out there, especially the ones for getting your driver's license, they try and trick you up with ambiguous questions.
Yeah, it's all wordplay.
And I find that really defeating the purpose. Like, are they testing you on how well you can understand the question, or are they testing you on your knowledge?
Yeah, that's it. Same as CASA. It's mostly wordplay nowadays.
Yeah, it's
defeats the purpose of learning the subject, you know.
I know when Carrie was doing her degrees on, from the unis, it was more on who her lecturer was or who her marker was as to whether she passed or not.
It sounds about right.
If you answered the question a certain way, this marker would pass you, but another marker wouldn't pass you. It became more of a how to answer the question rather than what the answer was.
At the end score, is it? Oh, jeez, we're getting couple wrong. Didn't I? Yeah. Did I? Oh, jeez.
Okay. Okay, where is everyone? Report in, please.
Halfway between Nelson and Motueka.
I'm in the circuit at Nelson.
Circuit at Nelson, good. I've almost got to Nelson. Has anyone got to Matuka?
On their way.
Where are you off to, Mike?
I'm in front, just in front of you, Mike. I'm heading down to this. I don't know how you can reach it. And November Zulu Mike Romeo, but I'm way from it. Yeah, I'm not that far in front of you guys. You're all just behind me.
I don't know where I am. I'm just following the red line. But I've got a pack of aircraft behind me, so I must be in the right direction.
Well, we're quite away from the flight path, aren't we, really?
I'm going too quick. I've got to slow down. You guys are all going to pass me in a minute. I'm going to be like Tom Cruise in that Top Gun. I'm going to put the brakes on.
Tom Jones.
Okay, boyo.
There's some blokes just joined the flight.
Put the brakes on, you'll fly right by. Check behind, Goose.
This is actually a better aircraft because it's showing me heading there. So, right up, the other one didn't.
Tell me, is that new movie out yet? The one for?
No, later on in the year.
Right. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I watched.
I always worry about those sort of films where they give it a big, a huge hype, and then it's sort of a bit of a flop out, really.
Well, they stopped it because of the coronavirus. That's why.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh, I know we were talking about last week about DCS. I don't know if anyone's seen. There's a guy. He's a retired US Air Force pilot, and he does a lot of YouTube stuff and that, but he writes books as well. The Spectre series. I don't know if anyone's read those. C.W. Lemoine, I think his name is. And they're really good books. They are really good.
No, I can't say I have.
Gee, there's some turbulence coming in over the hills at Nelson.
Whoa! Yeah, I found that.
Bumpy.
Bumpy, yeah. I found that too. It's nice scenery though, around here. It's very
Beautiful scenery.
I like watching it in external view. It's really nice. The trees and the hills and mountains with the cloud. It's lovely. Really nice.
Are you in VR as well, are you, Mike?
No. I was talking about VR earlier on. I'm not. I've got no really experience with VR. I'd like to get into it, but I was telling the guys earlier on. I get motion sickness really bad, and
right.
Every time I went to sea, I was sick. It was horrendous. But I loved it. I still loved it, but I used to get seasick all the time. And I did try VR, bought an Oculus Rift S, and I only had it a day. I sent it back because it just made me feel sick.
That's a shame. Yeah, that's what I've
But
got
that
written
was
down.
me. I mean, it was me that's probably not setting it up right either. I didn't know how to set it up.
I recommend it with a hangover, that's for sure.
Where are you guys now? I'm only doing 119 knots. You must be catching.
Well, that's
me
all
up,
right.
sure. Oh yeah, you are. You're right behind me.
50, 60, 80, 50.
Oh. Are you actually on the flight path, are you? Because I'm like way off.
Right on it. I'm right on it.
My line's right down. Oh, mind you.
I haven't got the flight plan in the aircraft. I'm just following it on NavMap, setting the autopilot on heading because I had trouble with it earlier on. If I put the flight plan in, I was telling Paul if you I think it's something to do with the latitude being in the southern hemisphere or something. I don't know what it was, but it really killed the aircraft anyway.
So when you said you're following it on the is it the VFR map or little nav map?
Little nav map.
Oh, little nav map. Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Yeah, I've got little nav map running on a separate
Another monitor.
network.
Yeah.
It's on a separate computer. It's on a network computer.
Oh, very good.
Very
good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
More resources to the flight sim.
Sorry?
More resources to the flight sim.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, it works well. Network. It's very good. I'm interested to see what Navigraph do with their VR mapping when it comes out. I'd be interested in seeing that.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I did a survey for them. Yeah, they're bringing out. They've got the Navigraph charts and everything.
Yeah, I've got a subscription for it.
Yeah, so have I. Well, they're bringing out a VR version. Like Sky Demon or what's that thing that people use?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
They're sort of trying to copy that, I think. Be interesting to see if they put the subscription up or whether they leave it the same.
Well, yeah. Well, that'd be good.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that. If they do everything that they said they're going to do in the survey, it'll be very good. It'll be very much like Skydemon.
It's the east coast of New Zealand, so the west coast is down there.
I'm catching you up there, mate.
Good. I'm only doing 140 knots. I'm gonna turn to starboard in a minute to do a touch and go at this. Is it an airport? Better check. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Underneath you.
All right. Hey, I'm not that high. I'm only at 2,000 feet. Oh, there you go. I see you. Right, it's only autopilot off. Let's have
I got that.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry. I just got that VFR Academy the other week. That's pretty good.
So I don't know what that is. What is it?
FS Academy. Yeah, it's a tutorials on like VFR flying and that. But
all right. Okay.
It's it's all right. It's pretty good actually.
Yeah, I thought their IFR version was terrific.
Yeah,
and
there is.
Reasonably priced.
Yeah. Have you done the IFR one? Have you? I haven't got that
Yeah,
one.
it's great.
Yeah.
I tell you what, gentlemen, I'm loving my. I've got these Satec Logitech switch panels. You know, I've got the radio, the switch panel,
Yeah.
and the autopilot, and I'm loving them. They're just brilliant.
Are they working in this one?
Fantastic! Yeah, they work brilliant. Yeah.
I've got the switch panel, and I really love that. And I've got the Cessna Cytec yoke, Cessna Cytec pedals, and Cessna Cytec rudder. Trim wheel. They're all running off the same driver, which is the latest Logitech ones that came out, and
yeah, that's right.
it's working really well. Yeah.
Yeah, mine working brilliantly. I'm really pleased with them. I don't touch any of the controls virtually in the aeroplane. I just do it all on my controls. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've got the same too, Paul, and I've got the autopilot. They're brilliant.
Okay.
You don't have to. You never have to touch the mouse or anything. You can do everything off.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. I've also got the GoFlight MCP Pro and the G46 radio stack, which at this stage GoFlight stuff I don't think is working with a sim, but I'm hoping that's going to change soon.
Right. I've got the CH Eclipse yoke and Thrustmaster throttle.
Yep.
And they work really good. And I've also got the Thrustmaster. I've got the Thrustmaster joystick as well, but I only use that for helicopters. Really, I don't use the joystick for GA aircraft.
Yeah, the rudder control keeps going wrong on that.
My rudder control's fantastic.
Yeah, it worked for a while, but there's the potentiometer inside that does that. It seizes up and goes wrong, so beware of that.
Well, actually in the
the axis control.
But actually in the rudder.
Wrong. Yeah.
Okay.
You've got to take it apart and drop isopro alcohol down it.
Okay.
That cleans it out, makes it work again.
I'm an electronics engineer. I won't have any trouble with that. I'll soon take it.
Oh, it's easy to do. You just got to, but be aware that will go wrong.
Right.
There's thousands of them gone wrong.
Oh,
a lot of people just send them. Yeah. Most people just send them back. They get another one, and the damn thing packs up after a couple of months.
Okay.
So the only way is a fix.
I've had mine longer than that, and I haven't had any trouble with it.
Yeah. Ah. Mine's already gone wrong.
Really?
It doesn't stay.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Good. Yeah.
I remember you saying last time you were having trouble with your rudder.
That's right. The rudder just flaps about all over the place. It's just useless. It wasn't until I found the fix on YouTube. Sorted it out. It's on Reddit.
Okay.
Right, for those near the front, I was just going to say these mountains look a lot rounder than they are in real life.
Really?
Yep.
Unusual for the sim. Normally there everything's rounded off and not straight, jaggedy.
No, sorry. Did I say that wrong? In real life, they're much more jagged than this.
Ah.
Sometimes when you get closer to them, the definition changes. Is it possible you're looking at them from a distance and they're still going to be resolved a little better?
I'll just get really close. No.
Okay.
No difference.
But when you get down to them, there's quite a lot of turbulence coming up, and that's for sure. When you get down low, quite low.
Well, that's what you get with jagged edges.
This is the sun coming up. You see the sunlight in here? part shaded. Oh, it's the prop. It's the prop. Shadow of the prop there on the dashboard, Benny. My equipment's old to what they're using, but that's just crystal clear, isn't it? Oh, it's a beautiful picture. Yeah. Everything's sharp as anything.
Yes, they've come a long way, haven't they, Frank?
Oh, they sure have, yeah.
What my wife is interested.
I just saying to the wife, I'm only running a i5 6600K overclock to the 1070, and my picture's absolutely magnificent. And I've been running up to 40 frames a second, yeah, 44 at the moment, and even in VR it's terrific. I've got most of my settings, I'm only on medium.
Yep.
I've got very few on high, but the picture, the clarity's perfect.
That's great. Yep. And they're going to, Asobo keep talking about how they want to bring the sim to the masses by tweaking the performance to the extent that people can use it on lower spec machines. So there's there's still a lot of wiggle room there, to improve what we're got at the moment.
As long as they don't downgrade the graphics of what we've got.
True. Oh, there'd be an outcry if they did that.
Oh dear, yeah.
The real world weather has given some really nice variation.
It is, yeah.
It's,
it just adds to
just adds up, yeah.
Yeah, it adds to the whole challenge, doesn't it? And each time you go out, of course, it's different. So
that's right.
It's great.
I lost everyone.
They're still here.
Looks there's a grass strip at this.
I was just wondering what you what you'd spotted, Mike.
Yeah, that's big. I'm going in for a touch and go at this.
We're talking Mike Romeo, are we?
No.
Which one?
November Zulu Mike Romeo. Sorry, is that what you said?
Mike Romeo. Mike Romeo, yeah.
That's the one I'm going for.
Purchase.
Right.
I'm 1.8 on a 1.7 mile final now.
I'm still 25 miles out.
At runway 13.
There's the runway. 13.
Yeah. Mind you, but I've got an 8 knot tailwind. I can go.
I've got 1, 2,
Not the way you do it.
I've got an 11 knot crosswind.
Oh.
Do I hear a 20 knot headwind? Looks like 11 knot crosswind.
We're all on live weather. How come we got different weather then?
I've got 5 knots.
Well, I've got 3 knots, but I'm still flying there. So 3 knots from the left, but I'm at 6,500, so it's probably a lot different further down.
Yeah, I've got 8 knots, and I'm just about touching down. I'm half a mile from the runway, which is pure grass.
Very picturesque. New Zealand certainly has got some beautiful variation, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
Who would have thought, we'd have
somewhere
photoreal for the whole planet?
I know.
It's amazing,
great.
isn't it?
I still stagger. I still think, shit,
Yeah, I know.
Definitely.
When you think of when Microsoft FlightSim first came out in the 80s or whenever it was, It's like matchstick men.
Yeah, exactly. But yet again, we still want more.
Yeah.
We're still picking holes in it, even though if we'd got this back in 1980, I guarantee there'd be still some bastard whinging and but it's, they left out bloody,
Your Pentium
Would have been-
133.
Would have
still
been
can't
like a
get the
dog.
real
With,
weather right now.
so it would have been like a dog with two cocks, wouldn't we? See, I'm getting turbulence. My aircraft is shaking like a shitting dog going over these mountains.
What wind you got? I've got no wind data at the moment.
2 knots.
Just come out to 4,600 feet now. I wonder if the wind's changed. 8 knots. It's getting a bit less.
Yeah. I've got no wind at all. Just about to do a touch and go runway 30.
Yeah. Oh, as soon as I've hit the top of these hills, the wind has really picked up now. Doesn't it? What it's doing, the wind is all over the place. I guess that's what it's supposed to be.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Are you flying again?
Yes.
Yes. What is the USA flight plan today?
No, we're in New Zealand today.
New Zealand. Is it uploaded for flight event spots? What?
It's the New Zealand North and South Island. And we're currently in the South Island.
And
It's on Discord, and it's also on the forum for the events, community events.
Okay.
Probably easy to find on the Discord channel because there's only about 3 events, I think, that are listed.
I'm looking at what room is it in?
Actually, you probably find it. Actually, it's the first one, event 1, but it's the name's changed obviously to for the actual event. So it says NZ North and South Island.
Oh, okay.
There's about, last time I looked, there were 20 odd people in it, so you should easily find us. Well, as a matter of fact, you must have found us already because you're in the room to talk to us.
Yeah, it's just the flight plan. The flight plan. I'm meaning to get that.
Yeah, well, that's if you go to the community events folder, which is higher up in the list of folders. If you click on the link, that'll take you to the forum post, and you can download the flight plan from there.
Okay. Forum post.
There's 2 flight plans there. There's one for Microsoft Flight Simulator and one for a little nav map. So you'll find it
I've gone down lower. And
towards the bottom of the forum list listing thread.
Is it the flight plan called Dublin Cardiff?
Beg your pardon?
Is it the flight plan called Dublin_Cardiff?
No.
I can't find that one.
Christchurch, Napier to Christchurch, I think it's.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, if he's in the right forum post, then there's only one flight plan there anyway. So.
Mm-hmm.
Have you found the official Microsoft forum for
That should be this Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yep, that's right. So another thing you can do is just go to the search box, type in Aussie, AUSSIE. That will list all the Aussie events, and look for the one which should be close to the top. That's New Zealand, North and South Island.
Or you can go to community events, click the calendar, and then click today's date.
Yep, that's another great way of doing it. Yes, that's a better way. Thanks for that, Steph.
Yeah.
It's all right. That's how I find it.
Yep, good idea. Good idea. Yep.
Just need to succeed first time, then it's easy.
Join the club.
No.
Keep forgetting about that calendar.
That's well useful. That is.
Yeah, that's
I think I just saw Bilbo Baggins running along down there.
Hold of all.
That cute bugger.
Mad Precious.
Gracious bugger, yeah.
He's sitting in the cockpit with me.
Oh, that I would move over.
That's Mr. Frodo to you.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, I never worked out why I call him Mr. Frodo.
Shortly.
They get very official. General announcements.
I haven't time. It's probably got another half hour yet. You don't have another cuppa, do you?
I'll have a cuppa, Frank.
Yeah, black with milk.
Is Frank doing the teas? Excellent.
No sugar.
I got to be
Julie
careful.
Andrews.
I didn't think you could hear me.
No sugar, no tea, please. Just coffee.
The ultimate
Black with milk, no sugar, all sweet enough.
It has an attachment on your computer, and you can tell the hostie to go make your cuppa, and next minute you get a cuppa delivered.
I just called you the hostess, Naram. Make about 10 cups while you're there.
That's the only thing that's missing from the Bravo throttle is cup holders.
Oh, you're about to say the host, even.
One of these days, someone's going to put an ad on for an inflatable autopilot. that would be awesome.
Sorry, was that autopilot or co-pilot?
Autopilot.
I think it was autopilot with the manual inflation tube down below the belt line. You're very quiet, was you about, mate?
I'm still looking for that flight plan. I don't know why. I can't find it.
I think Woz is gone.
I'm here. I just had my mic turned off because I was having a coffee.
Oh, okay.
I'm just in a couple of circuits here at Murchison, so I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, we're almost there, mate.
I'm flying the Waco, enjoying that today.
Oh, there's that. I just caught sight of this bloody airport. It's if you bloody blink, you miss it. It's at Mike Romeo. Jeez.
Yeah, there's not
nothing
much here.
to it. Nothing to it. Jeez.
A bit of
It's
a
like
white mark in the grass. That's about it.
Crazy.
I don't think there's even a windsock here.
Nope, there's nothing there, Mike.
Okay,
Some
look
clouds
for the
here at 4,000.
Look for the junction in the rivers.
Yeah, I'm just coming down to 4,000 now.
Oh, bloody cloud!
Didn't sound good.
That looks nice, the clouds on the top of the mountains.
Oh, it's beautiful. Ah, I'm below 'em now, that's good.
Reminds me of the Levanter over the Gibraltar Rock that hangs there.
I've lost Paul's instructions on my phone somewhere. Right. Have we got another touch and go anywhere?
Where are we?
Oxford and Woodend.
Oxford and Woodend. Okay, thank you.
Is the flight plan on Google Drive through the homepage, Microsoft Flight?
No, it's not.
Nope.
I found the forum.
No, it's help you out.
No. Oh!
Flight infant bot. Inside Discord, right? Infant bot.
Oh, gee, that's a worry. My flight plan has disappeared off my VFR map. Where am I going to go now? Jeez.
Yeah, mine's gone as well.
Oh, bugger. I just noticed it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll just have to...
little nav map. That's what
Yeah, well, I can't see that. I'm in VR.
You flew off the edge of the map.
Can you see anyone?
Oh, I've got tags turned off too, but I mean, I can follow on the PFD. I've got the guidance still there, telling me which way to go, but there's just no flight plan. So, yeah. I know, it's weird. It has happened before. There was a few flights I did earlier in the week, and I noticed the flight plan had disappeared. So it must be another bug, I think.
And who was it who put the flight plan up?
Me.
The flight event bots.
Not the flight plan information. It's the flight plan has disappeared out of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You know, the actual sim. Yeah.
There's just one who put in the flight event bots. He put the flight plan in there. Who was that? By
Me.
Nick.
Me.
Eddie.
Oh, sorry. You're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, sorry. Yep.
Who put it on? Posted it? Yeah.
Yep.
Harry. Okay, then I find it now. Yeah. Now it should be down.
Strange, I've still got the flight plan headings on the compass on the left hand side.
Yeah, that's what I'm following. Yeah.
Yeah.
On the PFD. Yep. So the flight plan's still in there. I can see it in the listing, active flight plan, but but the actual magenta lines have all gone.
Sold.
What's it like, Christabel? Anything there?
Oh no, I just noted those as VFR reference points. You know, when you're sort of flying, just a confirmation that you've reached those particular spots.
There's no AI Lord of the Rings dragon flying over on the lake.
It's strange, my escape button in FlightSim don't work, so I cannot even get out on my menu today.
Whoa, cloud.
Yeah, I just I can behind you. Just what are you at, Mike? I'm at nearly 4,900.
Yeah, I went up to 7,000. I'm just dropping down to 6,000.
6.5 should get you over the highest peaks.
Yeah.
Right. Cool, thanks.
This is cloud. Good having the visuals in the PFD, the mountains.
Yes, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, definitely.
Handy.
Yeah.
Oh, here we are. Christchurch International coming on. Yeah, not all of them. I've got Christchurch inside.
You're going too fast, Frank. Slow down.
I've been slowing down hoping to pass me, but no one has.
I've got Lake Summer on my nose.
Huh? Well, they seem to be behind me.
Jeez, at 6,000 feet, it's just completely thick. You can't see a thing.
Yeah, I'm down at 5,000 and I can just
Are you
about
still in
see.
cloud?
Yeah, well, yeah, I can see
I'm up
below
to
me.
7,000.
Can't see ahead of me.
Just a bit.
Go down to 5. I'll drop down to 5,000. Oh, right, okay. I'm just coming.
So we're in the valley now, aren't we? So.
At 5,500, you're just coming out of it, yeah. It's definitely IMC conditions, eh?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll jump in the back seat. I've never known an aeroplane to back into a mountain.
Well, we've got a touchdown. We're there. Oh, it's a bit heavy.
I see the lake.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just gone over it. Lake
Hello,
Summer.
I followed the plan. Anyway, we're there. We're there. Oh yes, yeah.
Things is definitely bumping ahead of us.
How long did you get on the flight plan for now? What airport are you at?
We just left November Zulu Mike Romeo, and we're making our way to whatever the next one is.
Yeah, exactly.
Must be getting close to
Oscar
probably November Zulu Oscar Foxtrot.
Yeah.
And then we're working our way to Christchurch anyway.
This is definitely the wrong flight plan. I don't know November in this one. Okay, I'll look again.
They should all be start with November because we're in New Zealand.
Ah, okay. But it's not where I am.
November. Oh,
I can understand it. The wrong country. Come on.
Definitely. Way off, way off. I'm up in what? Where? Holy Christ, where am I? I'm in Europe.
Oh, well.
Oh yeah.
This is Earth. We're on bloody planet.
Yeah, the same planet, yes, but
We got another couple more still coming.
what is that bloody flight plan?
I followed the plan. They're all the ones that are lost. They're there. We're down. We're parked. On the way to the coffee shop.
How's everyone
What is
doing?
what is the name on the flight plan?
Napier to Christchurch.
Napier.
New Zealand, November Zulu Oscar Foxtrot. Little nav map doesn't think it's got an aeroplane symbol, but it doesn't think there's any airport there. That's for sure.
Go back.
There's all the passenger jets there.
So tell me, the gentleman that's having trouble with the flight plan, are you familiar with the official Microsoft Flight Simulator forum, where people are posting, various issues and things that they're having and so on with the sim? Are you familiar with that?
Nah, not quite.
Okay, fine, rightio. Well, that's the start of the problem. The second thing is you're in the correct Discord because you're talking to us. So so if you were to scroll up inside the Discord window, there's a community events folder near the top, and if you click on that, you'll see there's only about 3 or 4 events listed in there, and one of them says New Zealand, North and South Island. Can you find that?
May I have that community news and community fly-ins and
fly-ins?
That's
it. Community fly-ins. That's the one. So go to that one. Yeah, go into that one and have a look at. And so, can you see New Zealand, North and South Island?
New Zealand, North and South. Yeah.
Yep. Right, and it's put on by Foxtrot India Bravo. I think it's VH Foxtrot India Bravo. That's me. Now, have a look in that post, and you'll see that there's a link that you click on that takes you to that forum that I'm telling you about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So click on that link, and that will take you to. That will open up the official Microsoft Flight Simulator forum. Just tell me when you're there. Yep. Scroll down. Yep. And towards the bottom, you'll see flight plans, and there's 2 there. There's one for Little Nav Map and one for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So you can download whichever one you want to use, and then just load it into the Flight Simulator. Away you go.
Nebo.
So you're right now?
Yeah, I'm right now.
Right, excellent. So you'll know that for next week now, because we're almost at the end of this one, so you're sort of coming a bit late.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I just joined in to see what you're doing.
Not a problem.
And say hi and so on.
Yep, no, that's
I think
fine.
I'm on the right page now.
Yeah, no worries. I just like to know that people can find, the information for the flight, and if they can't, why they can't, so I can make it easier. That's all.
Yeah, maybe it was just the right community to go into. Then it's okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Everything's okay.
Well, I ain't going to make it to Christchurch because I just hit a mountain.
Oh, right.
I was faffing about. I need to put some clear skies on because it was getting a little bit unmanageable. And I had a bit of finger trouble. And next thing was
the Y key is your friend.
Yeah.
Finger trouble, eh?
Yeah. Well, what happened? So when I clicked off, the mouse must have clicked away from the from the flight sim onto the other screen, and
All
you
right.
lose control. Then you can't. None of your controls work.
Right.
Yes, I'm familiar with that. Yep.
So
been there before.
Yeah. I'm now a permanent feature of the South Island.
Now we'll look out for you.
Starfish shape.
Another South Portrait on a mountain.
I'm going to look for this Oscar Foxtrot and see if I can land there, but I can't find it yet. I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm just heading to. There is an airport there. I can see
Yeah, I'm
it.
going to look for
See
it and
now.
land there if I can find it.
Are you gonna land there,
Right
or-
on the ground.
So do we give a prize? Do we give a prize to the guy that went into the mountain because his landing would have been tremendous? I guess.
Tremendous.
It was definitely a 3-point landing. Yeah. But it was a good one because I've walked away from it.
Any landing that you walk away from is good. There is no airport here. There's no runway. It's just a load of field.
It's grass.
I'm looking around for it.
It's just grass.
Just grass.
Which airport was that? Was that Mike Romeo? That one?
Oxford.
Oh, okay.
Oscar Foxtrot.
Oh, there's another bad one, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to sign off, guys, because I've got to go and do the shopping now. That's my job today.
No worries. Yeah. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah, thanks again, Paul.
Yeah, see you next week in Iceland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look forward to it, mate.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, gents, and stay
Enjoy the
safe. All the best.
Yeah, cheers, Mike. I'll drop you a mail.
Yeah, look forward to it, buddy. Take care, mate.
Tell him, mate.
Bye.
I cannot find this airport. It probably is here. You need the update. There's freewares for all these little airports, but you got to load them in. If anyone wants them, I can give you a link to download them.
Are they on FlightSim TO?
They are, but they're hard to find.
Oh, really?
If you give me a link, I'll put them in my Dropbox and you can download them.
Okay, cool.
What's
Yeah,
it
on the, I mean, without the updates, there's just nothing here. It's just a.
That's right. Without the updates, there's nothing there.
There's no runways at all.
No, with the update, you get a hangar and a windsock and run it and a runway.
Oh, right. No, there's no windsock, definitely.
No, there's nothing here. I'm giving it away. I mean, I could land here, but there's not much point.
Right, yeah. I'm actually on the ground at that airport if you want to use my tag.
I'm looking around for you. Can't see you.
Yeah, you're there. I just flown over you.
Yeah, I saw you. Oh, somebody's just waving. Oh, it's Mike.
I'll come back over you again.
I've got tags on and I can't see you anywhere.
What's everyone up to right now?
In
New Zealand.
November Zulu Foxtrot.
Coming up to Lake
Summer. Lake Summer, that one.
No, I haven't. No, I'm heading for Lake Christabel and then.
Oh, okay.
And then Lake Summer.
All right.
It's a long way between lakes.
Shouldn't have so much coffee.
Yeah, we'll need a thermos next week in Iceland.
Yeah.
We can always have iced coffee.
Get my flying jacket.
What days are you flying? Is that Fridays?
I'm gonna buzz Ping's head on the ground here.
Yeah, same time Fridays.
Okay.
I'm gonna buzz it. Where is he?
Just take the flight plan from the start now.
Anybody having this problem with the CRJ where the throttle doesn't work after takeoff?
No.
I had a lot of problems with the CRJ. Many.
Yeah, everybody's reporting loads of problems.
Have you tried to get a refund, was?
Look, I just wait until they update it. I'd
just wait for them to update it.
Yeah, I never go chasing refunds. I couldn't be bothered with the hassle. You win some, you lose some. You just put it down to experience. Sometimes, months later, they'll do them up and they become not a bad aeroplane if you hang with it. After they, fix them up. But I just don't like that CRJ. I don't think I ever will. The motor control panel is a horse's ass. It's just terrible.
Well, just done Oxford. Definitely not much there.
I don't think I'm going to see Lake Summer because there's so much bloody cloud up here.
Yeah, if you go live, there's a lot of cloud. A lot. Over this side. So I just took the cloud away because I want to see where I'm going.
Miss the scenery.
Yeah, missed the scene, yeah.
I'm hugging the ground, which is probably a mistake.
You might find our friend on the mountain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flat
Mike's
Mike.
still, yeah, Mike's stuck on the New Zealand mountain.
Are you still there, or you got away from it?
No, he's gone off now. He's gone to
Oh, he's
do
gone, is
shopping.
it?
Yeah, he went.
Oh, right, yeah.
Wait, who?
Mike Donovan.
Mike Donovan, yeah.
That's what you do when you crash your plane into a mountain. You go off shopping.
Yeah.
Out the Sainsbury's.
Shop for a new plane. Where are we going now? New Zealand and November Zulu Whiskey Juliet.
It's weird because some people have got it to word.
The CRJ, try reloading the plane. Sometimes I found if I reloaded the plane in the sim, the problems went away, or some problems went away, then I got new ones, but that did help.
Because is there like an option to is it like restart in the sim?
Well, for a start, if you've got throttle problems, there is an EFB, and in the EFB, there's like an iPad on the side of the cockpit.
Oh, yeah.
Go to options, and there's a calibrate throttle page in there.
I did that and it didn't fix it.
Right.
It's cool if I share my screen and show what's going on.
If your throttle's sticking, I'll know what you mean. Mine did stick, and then I went and did it, calibrated it in there. It seemed to come good. Then I reloaded the aeroplane once I was in the sim with the dev mode. Just reload the aircraft, and that fixed up most of the problems.
I'll see if that works. Wait, how do I turn on dev mode?
Go into the general screen where you see the map of the world, the globe. Click on general settings in there and go down to the bottom and you'll see dev mode on.
Oh, right on.
If you're already in the plane though, you can just hit the escape key and select it from the general settings there.
Can you? Yeah. Okay.
That reloads it?
Well,
that puts you in developer mode.
Yeah, without actually getting out of the plan and everything. So if you've got a plan loaded, you don't have to go all the way back to the map.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Right, Woodend Airport, 2 nautical miles. Here we go. Oh, this really is just a grass strip again.
Yep.
Diamond.
Ah, there it is.
It's general and options, right?
Yes.
Oh, developer mode.
Yeah,
there
developer
we go.
mode, yeah.
Developer mode, there it is. Yep.
Right, I've done a full stop at this wood end airport. I'm going to watch you guys do a touch and go.
Well, I can buzz you then.
Yeah,
Get
you
you back.
27 miles to Oxford. Are we there yet?
Well, there's Pladding just come down and went up again. Nicely. Don't he's coming down as well.
Well, that's interesting. I was in VR. I was experiencing a bit of waviness going on the dash. I was thinking it had something to do with a prop. I was in thick cloud, and I removed the cloud, and the waviness is all gone. So maybe it's something to do with cloud textures.
Yeah.
As well.
You probably didn't have the window closed.
Ha.
Fog.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. Oh, that might be you there.
I'm on the ground at Wood End.
Yes. No, I did just.
So is that you just landed?
No, I'm just coming in now.
Okay.
I'm coming in.
I'm on the ground here, but I can't see you for some reason. I couldn't see it the last
I'm right.
airport either.
I'm right in front of you. You're
Yeah, I
heading
can't
towards
see
me
it.
now.
Yeah, I can't
Really?
see a thing. No. Weird.
Somebody's just
going
buzzing me
over the
now.
top of you,
Whoa. Yeah.
And another one buzzing you.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, from the other way. I can see all you guys, okay?
I can see everybody else, but it's not you.
Yeah. Ah,
Which is
strange.
weird. I know, it's strange.
Ah, have you got a TBM in your Well, you must have a TBM, surely.
Yeah, that's the default. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mightn't have it loaded. Yeah, I must have it. Yeah.
Maybe if
What do I look like to you? What's my aircraft look like?
You look like one of the standard aircraft that if you're in a Spitfire or an Arrow, you look just like that.
Like a monoplane, because I'm in a biplane actually.
I'm not getting any raw input data on the throttle calibration. That could be my problem.
Yeah, it could be an actual hardware problem. Try.
I'm using the Thrustmaster TCA Airbus.
Try to plug the USB in and out. Just pull the plug out and put it back in again.
Bloody hell! Somebody's coming over me in a bloody jumbo jet.
Yeah, I saw that too. Last
Who
lady
might
died.
that be?
See, I press defaults, and I'm
Things
still
that is coming right over me. There he goes.
on the throttle calibration page where it says raw input data is supposed to show like what it looks like, what your throttle movement looks like. Because let me explain. So I'm able to still get thrust on the ground, but after I take off, I stall.
What? No power. Power stops.
Yeah, the power works. Like the throttle will definitely work. It's just
not enough power. Make sure your mixture's not leaned out of something or.
It's a jet, doesn't have mixture.
He's in the
Oh,
CRJ.
okay. Oh, it's in the CRJ, right? Okay.
Let me stream the takeoff real quick.
Sounds like a hardware problem to me. It sounds like a driver, or sounds like your throttle's not working. You don't have the input.
It works on literally everything else.
Tell me, graphically, when you actually advance the throttle, can you see that it's moving consistently with where you'd expect it to go? So it's like in the jet, it's showing takeoff power.
Okay, watch as I move the throttle up. As you can see, the throttle's not moving, but I'm moving the throttle physically, and the power's still going up.
But the throttle, yeah. Okay.
What jet are you in?
What am I in?
CRJ.
Yeah, what?
CRJ.
Okay.
Wish I could actually fly this plane. It's gorgeous.
Looking good, Steph. Looking good.
So yeah, again, I'll show the power. Throttle's not moving an inch, but the power is still going up. And I can move the thrust levers.
Yeah, you see your throttle going up.
But when I move the thrust levers, it doesn't do anything.
Never looking good, always looking fantastic.
Fantastic.
You look fabulous.
Here comes that ping Z again. Buzzing me.
Is there something I need to click before takeoff or something?
No, I think he's got a problem with this, with the program. You know, I tend to download it again with your maybe with your antivirus turned off. When you downloaded the file,
I did that.
Right. It's a fault with the aeroplane, it looks like to me. Especially if your thrustmaster's working perfectly with other aeroplanes.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem with the Aerosoft CRJ.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll demonstrate the takeoff now. It's gonna be miserable.
Yeah, it's a horse's ass, that aeroplane. I didn't like it. How do you read out your set altitude? It's only in the front in such tiny little letters you can't even read it.
You're going full chat there, Steph, about 500 knots.
Is you're good at picking this bird.
I rise like this. Wait a minute. Is it working?
Yeah, looks like it is. If your speed's holding.
It's a miracle.
There you go. God knows what it was. Did you pull the USB in and out? Maybe that jogged its memory.
That might have, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that'll do it.
Now I need to adjust my yoke sensitivity, though. Oh, that's why. It's because my autopilot's on. My yoke sensitivity is perfectly fine, yeah? The plane's flying.
Hallelujah.
Hey-do.
Now to learn it.
Yeah.
Can one of you help me learn to fly this plane?
There's some very good, if you just Google that CRJ, yeah, there's a lot of, there's the dude, he's got some very good tutorial videos on flying it, but there are a number of others that are just in their evaluation of the product. They start from cold dark and go through the whole process. I mean, there's plenty to see on YouTube to help you work it out.
I mean, I'm a little bit more of a hands-on learner, but I can always resort to YouTube videos.
That's the easiest way. Otherwise, someone's going to have to talk to you for half an hour.
Is that
We'll
a
just
British
have the YouTube clip running at the side, and while they're talking, just do what you got to do. So I've got two computers here. I've got an Apple computer. I run YouTube on that, and then I have the sim running next to it, and I glance when I need to across at what they're doing, and as they're talking, I'll just go through the process. So I find that works for me anyway.
I'll just use my phone.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Thing, you're just going to drive through me with your TBM.
And down at Christchurch.
How close did I get? Ah!
You got close.
I'm out, gentlemen. Thank you for an absolutely fantastic flight, Paul.
No problem.
Yeah, see you, Steph.
See you later, Steph.
See you, Steph.
See you next week.
All throughout the week, and yeah, well, we'll definitely be here next Friday.
Yep,
Till
in
then,
Iceland.
Sure.
Yes, in Iceland indeed. Until then, take care, stay safe.
No worries.
Enjoy.
See
you later.
Cheers, buddy.
You too.
Right, I'll be off as well. Thank you all.
Yep, no problem.
Most enjoyable day.
Right, see you another day.
Yeah. See you next week.
See you next week. Right.
See you next week.
Right, let's head
Just
to
doing my
Christchurch.
third leg now. How many hours did you take to go through the flight plan?
What?
3 hours or so.
4.
About 3.
Yeah, about 3.
I'm on leg 3 now. The third's going for the third airport.
Oh,
Just
now it's
enjoying
doing it
the
again.
view.
It's doing the same thing again.
Yeah, it's a horse's ass.
Try to
Go.
change over to another USB port with your controller.
Yeah, trouble is if his controller is working with other planes, then there's no point in swapping it around.
No,
because
no.
That just rules out the possibility there's a problem with the controller.
Wait, how do I reload the aircraft?
Go up to, once you've got dev mode set, go to Windows on the top left hand corner of your screen where it says Windows.
Yeah.
Next to Help. Select that with your mouse, just put your mouse on it, click on it, and then go down to Aircraft Selector. Click on that, and then highlight your aeroplane and click on Load. That's all you have to do.
Now what is it doing?
It'll just have to wait. Takes it 30 seconds.
Imagine how many hours we've been sitting waiting for those computers through the years. Loading times.
Yes, I don't think the cassette tape it won't cut it these days.
SSDs sure help a lot on it. Now you just need to program for it also.
Yep.
A few more years, then we should be good.
Somebody's having fun.
Now my bandwidth is too low.
Should make for some good visual flight these airports. You have to observe a little to find them.
Yeah.
It's not just to, oh, there the runway lights are. No, no, no. There's no lights. Kind of nice in a Spitfire. Sure give a new feeling flying with an open cockpit again.
Good fun.
In the Spitfire, yeah.
I might just open the cockpit, then I have a clear view out.
Yeah, lean out the side.
All you need is a fan mounted near your desk, blowing in your face.
Yeah, exactly. I have that next to me.
I already have the white scarf.
Just to simulate the last bit. And the other plane is the YMF-5. I got that biplane. It's also very nice to fly.
I noticed Orbix have got a sale on the moment, 50% off.
On Orbix? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time to purchase when they've got a sale. I bought the whole of the UK when they had a sale on for X-Plane 11. So, made a lot of difference.
Yes, I haven't got the Brisbane one yet, but possibly they're not offering that for 50% off. Quite often the newer stuff they don't do that.
How do you spell that Orbix?
Right, I'm on finals for Christchurch 5 DME.
I'm 9 miles out.
Okay, well you're not that far behind me.
More bits.
Come on, Blade, where are you?
How do you spell that Orbix, the homepage there?
How do you spell it?
Yeah.
ORBX?
ORBX.
Yeah, BX, X-ray.
Yeah, X-ray, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. Great trip again, as usual.
No problem.
See you next time.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, see you next time.
Next time.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. That was great. Sorry I joined late. That was awesome.
Great flight.
So, Ken, whereabouts are you?
I'm just on finals now to Christchurch.
Oh, okay, right. I think I can see you buzzing around. I can only see one plane buzzing around. It must be you.
That's me. Oh, look at this river. I'm losing my voice. Look at this river on finals. Jeez, beautiful.
Can someone remind me of the name of that guy that did the posting for the executable change? What was it? Kill or something?
Overkill.
Overkill.
Overkill, yeah. Paul mentioned it earlier on.
All of these seem to spawn in as well. Bizarrely at the moment, for some reason, beacon when you spawn, don't want those on. Lab lights on. Lights on. It's done. What's with but don't lights on just for some extra.
Oh, I can see a stack of people coming up the river.
Oh yeah, we're all converging now.
That'll kick the electrical services into dynamic tech PC service. What we want to do is we want to go on to the APU now. So with that, press the test detection. And then we click on the APU power. So the status page you can see it's a load. Stop. See the APU. If you guys want really in-depth bird tour of the unit thing, then I really recommend YouTube.
Someone's very quiet there. Can hardly hear them.
Oh, la-di-da. Where are you going?
How did today's flight go?
Excellent.
Really good.
I had to drop out halfway, I'm afraid, but it was nice at the start.
All coming into Christchurch now.
Nice. I assumed it had finished because there were so many people left.
These are the slowpokes coming in now.
Yeah. Well, I'm down at Christchurch, Paul. So very, very nice. Thank you very much for the flight again. I hope to join you next week at in Iceland. I've got a bit of a dilemma. I've got a bit of a dilemma actually next week because it's a toss up between flying with you guys or going fly fishing. I don't know which. At the moment.
Oh, is there a choice? Jeez.
Yeah, oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be fly fishing. You can fly with us anytime, but fly fishing, that's a special thing. Don't miss it.
Well, I belong to a syndicate. I do it all the time, but it's the sort of first time for this year. We're all supposed to be meeting up, the syndicate. So
Don't blame you. Well, we'll see you the week after.
Yeah, well, I'd like to do Iceland. Actually, it sounds good.
Well, there'll be 2 weeks of Iceland because we'll do halfway round next week and then the next half the following week. So you'll still get to see a bit of Iceland.
Okay, right. Well, I'll probably download your flight plan and do it another day,
check it out.
and then
That's
join
right.
you for the second time. Yeah. All right, lovely. Thank you very much, Paul. Nice to chat to you all, guys. Bye bye now.
See ya.
Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Fishing.
Thanks. Bye.
I was about to say, why not take your laptop with you?
Walter on that, yeah. Laptop and a joystick.
Scare the fish away.
Headset.
Very enjoyable flight. Well, it's a long one, but it was a good one.
Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks very much, guys. I might head off as well.
Yeah, I'm off.
See you later, Paul.
Yep.
Thank
See you
you very
next
much,
week.
Paul.
Good night, all. And see you next week.
See you, everyone.
See you next week. Take care.
See you, guys.
Bye.
Wait, how do I align the IRS? Do I need to do that?
Google is your friend.
Exactly.
I thought you said IRS, and I was thinking, well, get an accountant.
Gents, that was good fun. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
See you later.
See you, mate.
See ya.
See you, mate.
saved us all frustration. Keep the comments coming, guys. This hopefully tells you guys I do read